calm, I'm feeling higher, and I know I can be taller. Shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning
What's going on, FDL? It is Sunday night, the final night of playoffs that's being streamed for this weekend. And before we start really going into that, I want to bring in my co-caster, the one, the only, the famous and infamous Mr. Ken. What's going on, brother?
That was entirely too many words to describe me. I'm just here, man. But Master
just
League,
man.
always exciting. Eagles,
is.
Owls, semifinals match. Who knows what we'll see out of these guys? I feel like we should just get them on the field right away. I personally going for the Eagles. In the stats work we've done, Mafia Shadows has definitely been somebody that has shown up a lot. But yeah, we'll get them on the field. Where are you standing with these two teams right now?
Well, they both have the same record. I wanted to go into how they did against each other earlier in the season when they played, but that was a forfeit because Owls never showed up. So, I really have nothing other than just personal thoughts on each of these players. Owls always done a good job just impressing me. This Eagles team always does a good job of just seeming like they're a domination team. And, starting off the early goal in the first 7 seconds off of a good play, backboard pass. They're just living up to their names of, the Mafia being dangerous. And, yeah, cheesy puns aside, it's a good early first goal for the Eagles.
Yeah, that was certainly something. I mean, good goal for the Eagles. We'll just gloss over whatever you just said. Probably for the best.
Good choice. But
yeah, no, I think both teams definitely more capable. 7-3 record, pretty even. That's a good shot from there from Vulcan. That was going to equalize the game 30 seconds into this one. Except for that kickoff goal. So really good beat there from Vulcan. Danger not able to make that last little touch. And Vulcan puts it on target pretty much immediately.
Indeed, and that was a good quick equalizer goal. Just to kind of wash away a beginning kickoff. Nobody likes a good kickoff or early game kickoff goal. Especially within the first few seconds of a game. Because it just adds unneeded and unwanted pressure and it feels kind of just dirty in a way. So it's nice that they were able to get a retaliatory so quickly. However, almost getting a great save, but Danger getting a beautiful backboard pass to his teammate Danger, who's, I think I just said Danger, I don't know, I get confused here. Either way, another good pass, good placement. Alice almost got back to that, but just unable to. And we might get ourselves another quick retaliatory goal.
Yeah, that's a great pass from Bluey. I was going to say that it was a great pass just because it forced Vulcan out of position really with that little unexpected touch on the previous goal, but then they come right back and basically do the same thing, pass down across the net. Not much the Eagles defense can do there as they're still recovering really after the kickoff. And they have the ball in the air again. The Owls, Vulcan just going to recover, let Bluey take this. And yeah, definitely, high offense so far. Both teams finding really good openings. Vulcan can go off the backboard, makes the save off a great shot from Mafia Shadows. Danger pass that down. And yeah, both teams looking pretty even so far, I'd say. I don't know if you've noticed any particular things, Galloway, but
just little things here and there. I mean, they're doing a good job canceling each other out. And whenever one scores, the other takes the momentum quickly off a kickoff, it seems, to just retaliate, or to retaliate with it. Danger getting a nice carry up into the air, then a flip reset over Vulcan. And then just a little disrespect bump as well. Make sure he don't have the momentum to, or make sure he has too much momentum to clear it to that side. No valiant effort on Vulcan's to do so, but this, first time I think we've seen a team score 2 in a row. Just Eagles getting that kickoff game working.
Yeah. So that's a rough cheat from Bluey.
Yeah.
Didn't quite make contact, and when you cheated it up that hard, something goes over you. I mean, that's exactly what's going to happen, especially at this rank where people are able to capitalize and make those easy touches. We call them easy touches, but from personal experience, all too easy to miss them. But he's going to take this off the wall and try and get the Owls back on track. Definitely plenty of time left for them. Gets a good 50. But yeah, definitely time for the Owls. Eagles' offense is really soaring so far. Clicking on pretty much all levels. Vulcan beats one and has space. Bluey's going to put a shot on net. Vulcan isn't able to get the demo, and not much will come of this. This might be a pass upfield to Danger, though, who has full boost, and that's so dangerous. Ignore that pun. That is, not intentional, and it's probably going to happen more than once.
It's hard not to go for it unironically, because it's just so many things in Rocket League can be dangerous to a team's winning chances. And then with a name like Danger, it's just hard not to just find yourself falling into it. Like, that was just a good shot from Mafia, but a great save from Vulcan. And now the man that we were just talking about, Danger, passing it back to Mafia. It's going to be a 1v1 situation, a flip reset. Cannot pass it by or get it by Vulcan, but Danger zips in there, proving he's not out of the woodworks yet, and just gets that goal and still go in. And now we have ourselves a 3-goal lead by this Eagles team.
Yeah, we've seen a couple times where Mafia, gets some space in the air, not challenged immediately, gets that flip reset, and, even though he doesn't immediately convert it, it's a great pass to Danger.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something that the Owls have to be worried about, for the rest of the series as they score. Again, it's another really good, quick play pass off the kickoff.
Indeed, it's not just the Owls who have to be looking out for things either. It's a good little cheeky pass and play from Vulcan to Bluey, and then from Bluey to Vulcan. It's just a nice, clean goal behind the sole defender who has to rush for it. Has no choice. So both these teams are just, showing up, giving dangerous things for both of these teams to have to look out for. But as I say that, Mafia trying to get the black flip, clear over the Owls, can't do so. However, Eagles are unable to capitalize on it. Now Vulcan's having to rush back to get a on this. It's round one. He's going to turn this into a 2v1 and not quite able to get it by. And Ken, right now, Mafia did a great job to convert that into a save to a shot attempt, just unable to sink it.
Yeah, Mafia played that so patiently. It was just like, yeah, what are you going to do? You going to shoot that? I don't think so. Gets the easy save and is able to put it downfield, and he might have a shot here. No boost, but Danger can just go for the bump. He gets the bump, but it's not quite enough, but I love the idea there. That is so annoying to play against, and really, it's just killing more time for him. That's a great pass from Danger, but nothing going to come of it. But again, the Eagles just have to kill a little bit more time, a little bit more space, and they'll have this first game in the bag. That demo's going to do a lot for them. Danger up in the air.
Yeah, it's hard. I was just going to say, it's hard for them to not kill, or it's hard for them to kill time whenever a team's getting demoed and just taking advantage of situations. And a beautiful carry flick by Bluey here to put them within striking distance. 1 goal down with 40 seconds left. I would not be surprised if he gets 2, maybe even 3 more goals, or none more, or no more at all with how these teams been playing. There's no in between. It feels like.
Yeah, I mean, oh jeez, that's a great opportunity, and they would have equalized that with like maybe half an inch different direction, but instead, that probably ends this game. I mean, not for sure, definitely still time, but 2 goals, 30 seconds. We've seen the kickoffs work for them, so it's definitely not, the end of the game, but not what they were hoping for even.
No, not at all. It's just a matter of who can get control of this and get the momentum. If they can convert this into a goal, that Bluey almost making a beautiful touch to get that goal that was so desperately needed. And now a great pinch, a great demo, just a little too wide on rotation. Too much time is going down, and Ken, I think they're just out of time to come back in this game. The first ones will be going to the Eagles. It's just a matter if the score will remain 4-6 or not, and it looks like it will. We have game 1 going to this Eagles team, and there's still plenty of time, still plenty of field to drive Mach speed on, but they're starting their march towards a victory.
Yeah, definitely. Things both teams can take away from this. If you're the Owls, some of those kickoffs are really good. Some of them were not so good, but I think if you clean up the kickoffs and just get, to a slower paced game, I think I still favor the Eagles just a bit. Just the way they looked, the offense was clicking. Mafia Shadows had so much space at times. That's the big problem for the Owls. How do you deal with that space?
Yeah, because this team, they're very good at maneuvering where they want that ball to go to and their own positioning themselves. We saw the back passes, we saw the give and goes, we saw the patience to let your teammate just come in there and fly at the lone defender to terrify them. We've seen them do a great job maneuvering the base, the ball, and even players' cars. So it's definitely no pun intended dangerous combination from this Eagles team. However, that said, the Owls did not look bad at all. They were able to keep it relatively close. It's only a two goal difference game, and it did not. It became a 2 goal different game by them just barely missing out on the tie and go. So it's definitely very doable for this Owls team. It's just a matter of whether or not they can pick it up and do it.
Yeah, Danger had a chance of a double there, but
Ooh.
that's a great touch from Bluey. I think Mafia did not read that touch at all. Gonna pay for it as the Owls will take the early lead in this game number 2.
Excuse me as I meet my freshly baked brownie. But indeed, that's a great start for the Owls team, who fell just short in that first game. Now able to just get a quick kickoff goal themselves in a very beautiful fashion too. It's nice and clean. And then just another clean cut from Vulcan to send that flying into the net as the back man decides to go for the shiny orb in the corner. And the 1 mile per hour off from a funny number, but there's nothing funny about that shot. That was deadly accurate and deadly fast.
Yeah, that was a great shot from Vulcan, just taking advantage of, that second man's going to want to get the boost there. He wants to, feel useful. And it would have been a tough save either way for Danger, I think. If he didn't have boost, that was going to be a tough one. And it really falls on the first man to not let that 50 happen, but once it does, not much you can do. As Blue's going to carry this downfield, has a carry. Danger there. Vulcan just a little slow to commit, probably, not anticipating the read. Mafia a little turtling. Not sure what's happening there.
Yeah, his ping does seem to be fine. I don't know what was going on, but I guess this kickoff here will be telling or not if he's moving around, which he seems to be. He seems to be doing just fine. I don't know. Maybe he just didn't have the position, saw he was about to get scored on, and decided just to turtle. Who knows? But the Eagles are back in action, getting a shot off from Danger. Mafia getting the flip reset, pass off to Danger, and just over the defender, who I believe was Vulcan, getting his paws, or talons, I should say, on that ball, just unable to 50 it out, and very close from Vulcan. That's a great effort, but a fantastic shot from this Eagles to start them off on the comeback road.
Yeah, definitely, the kind of touch they needed to be able to get themselves back into this. Danger's going to carry this up the wall. Bluey's there. Vulcan gets bumped as he goes, but still gets a great touch, little ground pinch. Read, though, by Mafia Shadows, who's playing pretty defensively currently. Just not wanting to let Vulcan beat them too easily. Both the bumps now on Danger. Passed a bit again from Mafia Shadows. There's been so many passes to mid.
Indeed, these two teams are making some fantastic passing plays, and I love how the Eagles are incorporating going for bumps in their passes as well, because that was a very solid play. They're making it very dangerous for the Owls just to have a normal rotating kind of game, which is working it to their benefit, even though they're down right now, because it's definitely limiting some of what the Owls can do. And I think they have to play more reserved, more cautiously. They have to react quicker, which if they slip up, that's going to work out beautifully for the Eagles. However, the dangerous opportunities like that still happens to where the Owls are able to make some fantastic offensive pressure. But with that being said, a great little corner pinch, I think it was, or 50. Yep, a 50 pinch in the corner. It just goes right in. I want to call that an Eagles because there's Eagles on the field, but technically it's not.
Yeah, you know, a lot of influence there from the team actually scoring, so
Yeah.
maybe not quite an Eagles moment.
We'll cut him some slack this time, right?
Yeah, Blue's gonna have a double here though, and that's just gonna go in. That's a triple touch actually. He gets one more off the post, off the bar down, right into him, and I mean you can see that play
One
happen from a
touch.
mile away.
Two touch. Three touch.
Yeah, you could see that play developing, you know, right off the kickoff. He had so much space, so much boost, and no one back really. Just, you know, the Owls I think have controlled the kickoff a little bit better in this game than in game number 1.
Oh, absolutely. They know just how dangerous the Eagles are on those kickoffs now and know what to look out for. It's definitely going to be on the Eagles to have to adapt and adjust to the Owls being more aware now. That said, Owls are doing a good job really controlling the game's momentum for the most part so far. Even with the Eagles doing some dangerous stuff like that. You know, beautiful shot at a demo attempt. However, this danger, you know, making it a little bit risky there, but able to get the clear out. No boost to his name though, so he can't follow that ball. Now Mafia shadows into 2v1, able to clear it. Danger trying to get a beautiful redirect, gets it to the corner and is killed for his effort. And now Mafia once again having to rush back on defense to get the clear. Does so. We'll get that pass off to Danger, who's in the air, unable to put it on target. And these two teams are just, even though there's a lull in the scoring, there's really no lull in the action here. And this could be a breakaway goal for the Owls if he can put it on target, which Bluey does. Now Owls up by 3.
Yeah, once both Eagles commit there, and neither one of them really makes great contact, Bluey has all the space in the world. Both Eagles just in their net, basically, and, you know, one touch off the wall is all you need. That shooting accuracy on point from Bluey, who is having a great game for himself. You know, 4 goals already. And, you know, it's looking honestly kind of similar to the first game, where both teams getting good opportunities, one of them converting just a little bit more, keeping it close. But, definitely, you know, the Owls stepping up after that first game. It didn't quite go their way.
Indeed. And now, time countdown to 40 seconds. Owls trying to get the clear away, but Eagles still in a good position to score. However, Bluey picking that up with what little boost they had. I keep saying however because they keep doing stuff so quickly to make me have to counter what I say. And Danger able to get that up onto his hood, able to just get the 50 on Vulcan. An absolute gorgeous play. And I think if Vulcan could have gotten the angle he needed, he could have pitched it out to the right. However, just how dangerous of a shot that was, just how beautifully precise it was, made it where he just could not get the position. And then another beautiful pass pass to a shot. Excuse me. And Danger has brought this Eagles team back in a matter of 20 seconds to being only down by 1. And Ken, 22 seconds to go. Do they tie it up?
I mean, if it's anything, you know, these last few seconds have definitely proven they can. Danger has it again, but taken away by Vulcan. Hits the reset, and I think it comes down to, you know, can they connect on one of these passing plays? Can they get the ball downfield? 5 seconds left. Blue's going to make sure that they have trouble doing it. Ball still in the air. Mafia, no boost to work with, but Danger still has some, but Vulcan shuts that down immediately. Owls will escape with game 2, I think is the best way to put that.
It feels right, but at the same time it doesn't, because I want to say, man, while it felt like they were able to escape the monster and the monster that has the Eagles and get away with the win, they did a great job themselves after letting the Eagles make those 2 quick goals. They did a fantastic job just stalling it out. They didn't have to clear it. They didn't have to beat them. They didn't have to score. They said, hey, look, just take the time to eat up their clock. We don't have to score another or even clear it out. We just have to make it where they can't be productive. And they did a fantastic job of that. Bluey almost hitting 1,000, or Vulcan just no, eking along, doing a good job getting a goal, assist, and shots. Both of these two teams are just firing on all cylinders. Eagles with that amazing comeback attempt, and Owls doing the amazing job getting to that position to give them those 3-goal safety nets, which it turned out they needed.
Yeah, I think I like the way this Eagles offense is functioning in terms of, how this series is going to develop. Just because I like the, Mafia Shadows is really playing that first man going for passes so well.
Yeah.
And it definitely seems like when that's what they go for, the Owls are having trouble. But the Owls, I mean, for their credit, were able to deal with that pretty well in the second game. But, I think definitely something to watch for. Danger just not quite able to do it, and the Owls will have an easy counterattack. We saw that last game, too.
Indeed. I don't know if easy is quite the right word, because Mafia was there, but he had all the boosts, he had all the positioning. I believe that was Mafia Shadows, who had 0, had to just rush there, then just try to stop him once he caught it. It was a good attempt, but the Bluey getting that first goal for the Owls once again, and I believe they got the first goal last game and they won. The Eagles got the first goal for game 1 and won. It seems like whoever gets the first goal gets the best momentum, especially with Bluey or getting another goal, or Vulcan getting a goal after a pass from Bluey. It's a beautiful clear down, just nobody back in position to get there, despite them rushing back. Just an absolute legendary play to just extend your lead by 2 in the first 30 seconds.
That goal is just wide open.
I think the Owls forgot what defense meant. They've been scoring so much this first 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I think they tried for some sort of fake on the kickoff, but the Eagles must have had them just read completely, or maybe just a little misexecution. Either way, the Eagles have the deficit here. 4:20 or so left in the game. Mafia going for another foot reset in the air. We've seen so many of those from him. And it's just because they give space, Vulcan's going to get the double touch off of Danger's touch. I'm not entirely sure, honestly, what happened here. No touch there from Danger, just a really good read from Vulcan. And that is a flashy play to, give your team right back into it.
Indeed, and a great way to get back into it. However, Bluey, we know how dangerous he can be, just toying with his food, baiting in the Eagles players to just second guess, hesitate, and completely stop, allowing him just to work it around them. It's a beautifully executed play there by Bluey, and just good on you for that. You have to take a moment to appreciate that shot.
Yeah, that was just another, one of those chances off a kickoff that they're able to convert. Danger going for a double here. Vulcan's able to read that. Good defense. We've seen some great backward defense from both teams, but the Owls especially. Getting to that ball early, making sure that they aren't putting too much danger. Bluey gonna go up early. Beats Mafia. Mafia with no boost. Should mean the Owls have a bit of a counterattack opportunity here. Vulcan with a shot on net. Mafia's gonna put it up. But Bluey's there. Mafia gets a good touch before Bluey's able to influence that too much. Danger has an opportunity now. Demo from Mafia. Open, but just not able to turn around in time. Would have been a tough one anyways, and the Owls clear this ball out with relatively little threat, but as I say that, Danger can put that back into the Owls has space. Mafia there chooses not to play the ball. Might have thought he was going to go for a demo. Wasn't able to find it, and more time being taken off the clock. The Owls looking good, but as I say that, Danger puts a shot on net.
Indeed, good job by Danger, able to get that second goal to bring them to only down by 2, which we know the Eagles can very quickly score 2 goals, but there's 3 minutes remaining, which is absolutely crazy to me that we have 3 minutes remaining, because with 6 goals having been made, it has felt like time has been flying by. But no, we still have a lot of Rocket League left in Game 3 here. Danger trying to get it carry over, gets over one, but Bluey is there waiting for it. Mafia challenges with no boost, able to force it to the corner. And now Bluey's going to try to dribble it in the air. Can't quite get the control he wanted, but was able to get it away from the Mafia, or the Alice player. And Danger able to get the goal out of this. Well, it looks like he went for a demo attempt, and it just, the demo attempt itself failed, but did a great job turning it into that play. It just beautiful awareness.
Yeah, he found, he's going for the demo and just found the ball he was going for. He was like, oh, I mean, if I have the ball, I can shoot it, I guess. Vulcan had a double flip reset maybe set up there, but instead it goes for a corner read for Bluey, who doesn't anticipate Danger missing. A tough one there. Definitely had an opportunity, but I think, you don't want to commit too hard when the defense probably has a good touch. That's, only one goal of a lead to work with. Vulcan's there for the shot. Both Eagles have to go. A little bit of panic there on defense, but I think well deserved with a great opportunity. But Louis keeps this ball through. Has a flip reset. Gets it off the bar down. Great opportunity. Great shot attempt. Not quite able to equalize. Find the back of the net there. But a lot of pressure coming from these Owls suddenly.
Indeed, doing a great job. They've seen what the Eagles can do on a comeback. They're trying to stall it out, and they did a great job. Vulcan getting a beautiful shot, then a follow-up, but Mafia able to get the save, diving in for that. And now, what looked like should have been a goal, or a lead extending goal from the Owls. Eagles able to just stop it, try to brute force it now as Mafia against Bluey. Unable to do so. Bluey wins the 50 against Danger and against Mafia, sending that ball over to where Vulcan is, but he's a little too slow getting up. The Eagles really starting to ramp up this offense, trying to get that tying goal. Danger stalling it out, but Vulcan with just enough boost to put it down to Bluey, who made Mafia go for a very stretched out save. Ooh. Then Ken, Danger floater down. Mafia, a handoff to Danger, which seemed a little bit uncoordinated, but it worked nonetheless. And 40 seconds remaining. Eagles are hard pressing to get that tying goal, and they think it's going to. Whew.
Yeah, there's no way that this game is staying a single goal deficit. Either the Eagles are tying it or they're giving up a counterattack goal. I don't see any other way for this really to end. Just the amount of the way they're sending everything out to the ball at this point.
I will say, just to be funny, if they do tie it, it'll be one for the single goal game.
Well,
Uh-oh.
Danger, he might be trying to make that true. He gets it off the wall, but not a great touch. Mafia touches it down. Vulcan there. Both Eagles in that quarter. I think that'll touchdown, end this game number 3. And I was wrong, but I feel like it wasn't for lack of trying.
Oh, there's a lot of trying, absolutely. That Eagles really ramped up the offense and just really made the Eagles have to fight and earn this win in Game 3. And as crazy it is to say, that is only Game 3. It is now 2-1. And the Eagles, they're doing a good job of ramping up the offense. They're getting great pressure. They're doing a great job making the Owls have to be on their game. It's just a matter of the Owls are not slipping up right now, and they're just, whenever they can turn it into a 2v1 situation, they're converting it. Whereas when the Eagles do, it's not always converted. And I think that's been a huge factor, at least in this Game 3.
Yeah, all credit to the Owls. They got off to such a hot start in that game, and then kind of similar to Game 2, they're just able to ride out the clock. The Eagles put on so much pressure in that last 30 seconds. So,
yeah,
really impressive defensive stand from them. And they're doing what they needed to win, They're shutting down enough of the passes from Mafia, and they're getting enough of those breakaways and kickoff goals and just setting themselves up for success and doing what they can.
Yeah.
And definitely good adaptation after that first game.
Absolutely. And now we're going to see the Eagles get an early kickoff goal. Vulcan going for it to get the save, unable to do so. This is very reminiscent of game 1, of how quickly this has started off like this. And remember, at some point in that game 3, I said whoever has scored first has won. So far, it's held true for 3 games straight. If that's the case, we will have a tie series. It'll be interesting to call back to this if it happens. But it is very reminiscent of game 1 with how they scored and just the pressure the Eagles have gotten. They're not relenting. Get a shot out of this. Mafia going to try to get another shot, but Vulcan's there, forcing another save from this Owls. The pressure is just another story. It's just really picking up from that last game. But unable to get the stealing pinch will lead to Bluey getting the goal for the Owls to tie it up so quickly.
Yeah, I think Mafia wanted to pinch that downfield. Just a little mistouch. Good job from Bluey, just be there, take that ball, put it in, tie up this game, and I think really, you know, just taking advantage of the opportunities is kind of the difference maker so far in this series.
Absolutely. And it's crazy because both of these teams are doing a great job to create opportunities. It's just not every team is able to, you know, make something come. They're not able to make it, those opportunities culminate into a goal. Where the Owls right there, just this, they were able to steal that away off of a great 50 and just both of them getting there to make this happen. I don't think the Eagles were, or Mafia was saving that one, even if it was just Vulcan there, but the Owls made sure of it. They culminated that opportunity into a goal, and now the double demo just leaves up an awkward shot, I would say. Even in Master, it's a little bit awkward, but we loved it nonetheless. But it's funny how it got there.
Yeah, Bluey's gonna have another open net here. And I think we just see the Eagles maybe pressing a little too much. You know, we haven't really seen the defender in the play a lot of the time. You might expect that second man back. Not quite. I mean, you know, part of it is, you know, how much they're trying to put on pressure, and it might just be a little bit too much pushing from them. You know, hard to say. Maybe they're going to have this, but no boost. It should be easy enough to save away. We will be able to. But yeah, I think just a little bit of over-aggression from the Eagles, or just, you know, the rotation's just not quite being there. It's hard to say. Either way, got to clean it up. Got plenty of time, you know, 2 games left for them to figure it out before it's too late. Vulcan going to have a shot on net, but great save by Mafia Shadows. Puts that away. The Eagles have to get this out of their own half here, but they're not able to, and Bluey's going to have another shot on net. He just continues to pepper the back of the net. That's 4 goals in this game again, after I think he had 4 in the last one as well.
Yeah, I think that's right. I can't remember, but either way, Bluey off to the races, trying to get a goal. Eagles get another very close kickoff goal, forcing Bluey to have to really rush back for that save. The Eagles, however, winning the 50 and just bodying that ball still to remain in front of the net. Danger able to secure it. And I think this is the exact same position we were in last game, if I'm not mistaken, Ken, where it was 6 goals at 3 minutes.
I
think
you're
this
right.
is exactly right.
I think you are correct. I think it's just a really... We'll have to see if it goes differently this time for the Eagles, but again, you know, you'd love to not fall behind immediately, and Vulcan, that's different. I don't remember that happening last game.
Well, you know, that's because I don't think I did. Al was doing a fantastic job. He was unable to quite get there to it. And now they've extended that lead to 3. But there is still 3 minutes remaining. They have to hold off on the onslaught that is this Eagles offensive pressure. But the Owls have proven to have been able to do this, not easily, I would say, but have proven themselves able and capable of doing it. They are willing and able. But you know, a great pass from Bluey, great control, keeping it away from that defender to give it into a pass to Vulcan. I could just see this forming as soon as I saw this happen right here. And just a beautiful play from this Owls to really extend that lead to 4. Now, I gotta say, I think the Owls have finally truly gotten their stride.
Yeah,
if they can prevent kickoff goals.
they look completely different from the first game. I mean, this one's going to go in, but it's just a little awkward. Dangerous does a good job to capitalize, but yeah, the Owls just look so different from that first game and a half or so. They are, I mean, the pressure from them, when they need to, they are just able to find another level and get the ball right where they need to. We've seen Vulcan, involved in a lot of these plays, a lot of these passing plays, going for things. Bluey has been a great shooter the entire series, it feels like, and that's a great opportunity. Not quite able to find the back of the net, but I love the idea of the creativity going off the ceiling there. Bluey has another shot on net. That'll have to be saved away, and it feels like the saves are really piling up for the Eagles.
Yeah, that's
what we want to see.
That's definitely a big difference too from game one where we started that in the series, because it was the Owls having to make more and getting less shots. But now, even the shot count minus that one that Bluey just got, it's role reversal. The Eagles are having to be a lot more pressured, a lot more desperate in their actions, which is understanding. Look at what Bluey has done. A minute 40 remaining, he's already hit the 1,000-point club with almost 1,100 points. I mean, this Owls team is really coming alive, especially with Bluey, and it's just really becoming, overused pun incoming, but a dangerous situation for the Eagles. However, Danger, speaking of using his name in the pun, able to get a beautiful shot to bring within 2, minute 25. They are not out of this yet.
I feel like we said that every game, right? Whichever team's down with a minute left, they may be down, but they're not out of it. I don't think it's come true a single game. I think they've tried for the comeback and made a good effort, but not quite been able to every single game. That ball's going to go in, though, and a 1-goal deficit with a minute 15 is more than doable for this Eagles team. Mafia Shadows does it himself, takes it off the wall, and just, touches they were expecting, gets the bump at the end. Great way to catch out that Owls defense. And, the kickoff, the most dangerous part as we've seen in this series.
Indeed.
I think. Bluey had a shot. That Bluey definitely could have made that. There was definitely an angle there, but it would have been a tight one.
He wanted the content. He wanted content, that's what it was.
Oh, yeah. It's for us, really.
Yeah, indeed. But as much as we said it hasn't come true yet, as much as we said we've seen this familiar territory of a team not able to come back, there's plenty more time on the clock now than there has been in these situations in the previous games. That's what makes me believe the Eagles are able to tie it up. If they can prevent the Owls from scoring, then they will be sitting in a very good position to come back, which is sound like a very obvious and duller thing to say, but with how this Eagles team is playing, it is definitely possible.
Yeah, Wolfman's going to get a clear. That's a big win in the midfield. He has a shot opportunity now. This ball bounces a little bit too far, and Danger has a demo going for the bump. Doesn't find it, and that was a great dodge from Bluey. He had to dodge that because that was an open net if he vacated. And he might get one on the other's end. That's a double touchdown. Vulcan there, off the backboard, gets the read. He gets the double instead. And that will ice this game, give the Owls a 3-1 lead in this series, put the Eagles on match point.
Indeed, Owls now at match point. Vulcan showing up with the beautiful 0-second goal, the extra nail in the coffin for that game. Just taking one for the road, for the boys. Bluey hitting just shy of 1,500 points. Just absolutely insane. And now the Eagles have really got to figure out what to do. Their pressure is fantastic. It's just not lasting long enough against the Owls team. So now they have to figure out what to do. How are we going to counter this Owls team, which is just Bluey, 7 saves, 9 shots, 4 goals, 3 assists apiece for each player. I mean, it's a very dangerous Owls team that they're facing, and I feel like I'm saying Owls in a very awkward way a lot. So I'm just going to throw this to you and say, Ken, what do the Eagles do, man?
So I'm no master player.
What?
But in general, when somebody drops 1,400 points on you, the goal of the next game is shut them down and keep them from doing that again. Because it's kind of hard to win when the other person scores 1,400 points. Unless it's all from saves, but that Blue was involved in both ends. So, yeah, shut down Bluey. That's the Eagles' goal of this game.
If you're making enough
you have a
saves,
chance.
if you're making enough saves to get that many points, my God, just a wall in one of the maps should be renamed to your character. I'm just saying.
But yeah, I think the goal is pretty obvious. Shut down Bluey and just don't let him have that kind of influence over the game again. But he kind of had the same influence in the last game too, right? So obviously, I mean, and the other thing is Vulcan is just so good too, right? You can't shut down one and then you're fine. Vulcan's just going to be like, okay, I have extra space. I'm just going to do the same exact thing Bluey did. So I'm not sure. Danger has this in the air though. Vulcan's able to save it away. Yeah, it's real tough to be in that spot for the Eagles. You know, down 3-1. You just got... I mean, again, it didn't feel that far away from you, but clearly there was a big enough difference. And I think it's just tough to overcome.
Indeed, and now it's, in a way, can be a blessing, but at the same time, it's not one you want. Hold on, before I get to my point, absolutely beautiful from Mafia Shadows. A great carry into the air. Gets it past Vulcan, throwing it over Bluey where he can only watch helplessly just to get disrespect demoed. Beautiful job, Mafia. And a call back to what I said at the beginning of game 4. Whichever team scores first seems to be winning. Owls just proved me wrong, so good job, you Owls. But the Eagles keeping up this pressure early, making the Owls have to work harder for it. Danger. A beautiful shot from the corner. I think they were expecting a pass. I think I was expecting a pass, but he just decided, you know what? Nah, fam. It's my time to shine.
Yeah, he pulled up the protractor for that one. He's like, let me read this angle. That was a real tight shot. Definitely an impressive one that you can't really plan for on defense. You know, even if you go for that shot, you aren't hitting that most of the time.
Yeah.
No matter what level of play you're at. Danger has the ball again. You know, this Eagles team looking a little revitalized after what we saw in that last game. But have to see how the defense holds up. You know, whether they can shut down Bluey, like I said. And what a save from Mafia! That's a pre-jump. Oh, that was
counterattack goal.
And Bluey's able to get the save, but that ball's going to bounce back to mid, and Mafia's put that in eventually. That was a hectic 30 seconds.
It was. I think the Eagles have found what they wanted to do to come back, and it's just be in the grill, in the feathers of this Owls team, and they are doing a fantastic job. They're looking very reminiscent to how they played at the very beginning of it, just in a great, convincing fashion. Not giving anything for granted, not letting the Owls take their time to set up. And I think that's what they've realized is one of the things. This team here is full of players, the Vulcan and Bluey, who if you give them the time to set up, they can work magic with it. And while that's true of almost every Master player, if not every, they're especially dominant at doing it, which we've seen for 3 games straight. So I think they're just trying to get into the grill. A great clear by Mafia. Danger trying to get it, can't quite get control in time with that 0 boost of his to be able to put that into a 4-goal lead. And now the Owls have a counterattack opportunity. Unable to put it in. However, we have our first Eagles moment, Ken. In a way, that's something to celebrate.
I mean, that was going in either way, right?
I'm not sure, man. It's close. It's close.
It might have bounced up, but I'm pretty sure that was going in.
It may have, but I'm going to count it.
I think Blue really wishes they had made the shot the first time, you know, but weren't able to. Oh, that demo is absolutely brutal. Bluey, more than anything, wishes they didn't die there.
And speaking of their wishes, they wish they had a second life. Eagles doing what they've done best throughout the series, and that's take the Owls out of the equation. Whenever they've been able to do it, it's worked wonders for them. And it's just, you know, now the Owls are on the back foot once more. They have to just stop this raging momentum that is the Eagles.
Yeah, the other thing we're seeing is, I think on a couple of these goals, we've seen them take the ball into the air and then not really do anything
Oh.
with it. That's a great flick. Oh my god, Mafia. Just... That was, I don't think any of the Owls are ready for that. You see they're not in a terrible position, right? Like, Vulcan is shadowing and has boost, so you think you can get back, but Mafia just puts that basically pixel perfect. Really tries one of his own, but yeah, that was a great shot from Mafia.
It was. And this Eagles team is doing a great job on defense too, which they've had to make more saves than the Owls. I mean, they have had to save just about every shot from the Owls. Can't say that one though. Bluey wanting to stop the bleeding. A nice cheeky little turn on that power shot with that Fennec, putting that right in over Mafia. And now, with the Owls having stopped the bleeding, they finally put a tourniquet on it. Are trying to come back into this game and tie it up. A minute 40 remain.
I think we've just seen that the Eagles have had good reads on what the Owls are trying to do. That, never mind. That's gonna go in.
I like the vision of the Eagles player there, but that was just so unfortunate he couldn't control that. But
Yeah.
great counterattack.
Yep, Louis taking advantage, cutting the lead to 2. But yeah, I mean, on a lot of these Eagles goals, we're seeing them kind of anticipating how the Owls, defensive 50s are going to go a little bit better than we have in the other games. And they're getting really good wins on things. This demo play is going to be dangerous.
Oh,
But the counterattack might be more as they get a demo and now have full boost, but Vulcan able to cut that off in time. Mafia off the ceiling, has a flip, gets another touch, gets it down, gets the bump even. Pass back to Danger now. Backboard read, has one. Got the flip read off of that. Gets it.
oh!
Doesn't put it in. That is a heartbreaker for the Eagles, who definitely had a great chance and had so many different ways that could have gone in.
Someone called the sheriff's department. There's been a robbery.
Yeah, that ball, halfway in to the net, it felt like. But again, 30 seconds left. We're kind of, the Eagles kind of in the same mode the Owls have been in a lot of these games. Kill time. But again, there's just... Mafia reads the challenge, says, I don't need to touch this. Bluey goes flying past, and Mafia has an open net afterwards. Back to 3 goals. And just a great read again. We've seen so much of that this game.
Indeed, this is the Eagles team revitalized. I don't know what they said to each other, if anything at all, but man, they have come alive this game 5 now, and just really doing a fantastic job to come back, forcing out. I want to say that was an Eagles moment because he definitely had a touch. I don't know if he had the boost to save it, but Vulcan had the boost. He just didn't have the positioning. And that's definitely an Eagles moment because he hit it in the rotation back. And my God, Ken, Eagles responded to these last 3 games of the Owls, and we have ourselves at least a game 6. And if they continue on at this rate, we may have ourselves a game 7.
Yeah, this feels like the most dominant of any of the games so far in either direction.
Yeah.
Which is, quite the turnaround from what we saw the first few games. I wonder if they've just seen, something in the way the Owls are playing that they're able to read some of these attempts at the ball, recognizing, maybe a little bit of overcommitting, throwing themselves at the ball. Bluey, again, almost dropping 1,000 points. Mafia one-upping him this time, but Bluey is just absolutely running this Owls team currently.
Indeed, and what really makes me sad here is it seems like Vulcan really could not step into his stride for this Owls team, and that seemed to have made a huge difference. Because when Vulcan does well, Bluey as well does well. Because they were able to feed off each other, they're able to do all the things they need to do, which just will bring up the points of somebody, even if it is just one person carrying it away like the Owls did here. Whereas with the Eagles, we have seen constantly where they're always very close in points, except for like one time. Eagles will be calling a timeout. They just now called for it. So, producer man Lasagna, don't want you to not hear me say this, but there is a timeout by the Eagles.
Yep. And in the meantime, I think it's important. I said the Eagles need to shut down Bluey, and I'm not sure they really succeeded that game. But they took a different path to victory, and that path was just don't lose any 50s ever.
Question for you, Ken.
All right.
The Owls just asked if they could double the timeout. I'm pretty sure we can, but I think it's the first time somebody's asked they use timeouts consecutively in the same time. I'm pretty sure we can, right?
I miss what they asked, honestly. So I'm not sure. I don't
He
see
said
it in the chat.
Bluey says double it and let's let it continue for the next series or count for the next series. I don't know, but doubling it, in my opinion, means timeout right now. So I'm fine with giving them an extra minute if they want it.
I don't know if that's what they asked, but
I don't know either. But that is timeout. We should confirm that.
definitely.
All right, here we go. We're going into it. I don't know what that was about. That was confusing me. Goob, get your people straight. But we have it. Danger's got his food order locked in. So now he's really just trying to come back and just make this a quick 10 minutes. And I'm interested because if the Eagles win, I want the first question to be what their order was. That's my if the Eagles win, that's my first question, man.
It's a creative use of a timeout. I don't know if the timeout was really necessary because they're picking right back up where they left off.
Mm-hmm. Being dangerous on kickoffs again, Eagles. Beautiful. I like the bump attempt by Mafia, just no boost to get there, but it did make Bluey have to hesitate and really consider how he challenges. And Danger doing a great job to prevent the Owls to retaliate with the kickoff goal of their own. But gets a good flick, making Vulcan have to save it. Bluey is now going to try to take this into the air, get the flip reset onto it, try to get to the double touch, can't quite get it. And now a demo on the second man. Danger going for the second man once more, gets the second demo, but Vulcan spawning in a good position to prevent it from going in, but Mafia's Shadow following up from that first attempt, able to put it in on the second attempt, Ken. And my God, we have ourselves a second goal for Eagles in a beautiful fashion, and a great job at demos from Danger. And with that, we might have ourselves another kickoff goal from this Eagles. We do. We have a third goal so quickly from this Eagles team in this game. It's only been 31 seconds. And this Eagles team really, truly picking up where they left off. Now, we got Vulcan going against Danger. Another favorable kickoff for the Eagles. Mafia throwing that on target, forcing Bluey to have to go back, get the save, which he does. Now, Bluey going to try to throw it on target, but Danger passes that up to Mafia, who's now taking it off the ceiling. Danger doing a great job making the defender really second guess himself here. Vulcan not ready for that touch. Mafia able to throw it in for his hat trick. And my God, this is a beautiful looking Eagles team right now who has truly come alive. I guess the anticipation of his food really is really making the Eagles just come into their own here.
Yeah,
this is beautiful play. It's great pass. And Ken, that was absolutely beautiful, but a great save.
Almost. It almost didn't matter. I apparently muted myself at some point. I don't know when I did that, but the Eagles apparently happy to not hear my voice. Can't blame them too much, as they are just firing on all cylinders. That's a shot saved away. Danger. Oh, that's a great opportunity for the Owls. They don't convert, and that one hurts. It feels like they're really just grasping at straws, trying to get anything to work, but the Eagles have them covered on pretty much every account. Danger puts that in. That's 5-0. Just under
Lord.
2 minutes in.
Where has this team been the entire series? I guess Danger, without knowing for sure if he was going to get food or what that food would be, just felt like a lost, confused little child in middle of Walmart. But he has found the food section, and somebody promised to cook him up a fantastic meal. And my God, he is just really alive. And what would have been an absolutely insane touch there if he could have hit it, but Ken, he just barely came short. A great handoff almost goes in, and this Eagles team, man, this is what we've known that it could be, and this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, this is a great showing. And the Owls, I mean, just not quite able to find their way.
Oh my!
Pressure. What a save by Bluey. Danger gonna get a touch. It's not gonna be enough though. I think Vulcan should be able to get to this. Mafia's up, gets enough on that ball, and it doesn't quite go in again. And the Owls just can't buy a goal right now.
Nor can they buy their life and time that they've been so accustomed to. Danger just being an absolute menace on the field, just bumping whenever he gets opportunity, challenging, throwing the car in there whenever he can. Mafia now getting a bicycle save, absolutely beautiful. However, Vulcan finally finding the kink in the kink in the armor, able to get up over Danger with no boost. Mafia in the air as well, a little bit awkward. Just finally something from the Owls to stop the bleeding. Hopefully they can build up on that momentum and not get swept away by kickoff goal, which looks like it could have been a fake there. I don't know, but it's a counter kickoff attack, and the Eagles are right back on it. And yes, I meant to say chink, not kink. That's my mistake.
Yep, that is just a real rough one again. The kickoff just didn't quite work out, and this one doesn't look like it worked out either. And I gotta say, when the Owls have gone for these, non-standard kickoffs, the Eagles have pretty much had them read every single time.
Well, is it that they had them read, or is it just that you don't have to read when you're just in their grill every way is to Sunday?
I think the important thing is they aren't working, so maybe they should not try. At least the ones they're currently doing. I mean, they just aren't buying anything that. Get out the passports, man.
There's Brazil, baby.
I mean, this is such a shift from, the middle 3 games. This is real rough. I'm not sure what the Owls do to turn this around, honestly.
I'm not sure either, but man, it's just I'm not sure what to say for the Owls to come back. Mafia, I think, tried to get a little bit cheeky and tricky, able to do so, but Bluey not having his shenanigans, able to get around him. Now going to go for a pass off the backboard, unable to make anything come from it, and Vulcan doing the slow, getting around Danger, but Mafia taking this time. Just zero boost, able to pop it up over Danger, going for the 50, gets to 50. Bluey now I think trying to go for the bump, waiting for Vulcan to. Nope, he's waiting for the Vulcan to pass it off the backboard. However, it did not culminate into anything. Danger able to play it to the side for his teammate who had no boost, and it's just really and truly the story is just Danger's coming alive and is really just playing mind games with the opposing team right now, and Mafia is just cleaning up while he does so, and we just have ourselves a 8-1 game somehow.
Yeah, this is... And even with this, I think game to game, this series has just been too unpredictable. I wouldn't count the Owls out with a fresh start.
No. Not at all.
I would cut them out of this game, though. I think it's far enough along.
Yeah.
That plane's past Brazil.
It's just a matter of whether or not it will go to Barcelona, but with Bluey just doing donuts in his corner, I don't think it will. Will the Eagles take one for the road? It looks like they're just going to let it go down. And we have ourselves a Game 7. The Eagles have brought it back to double match point. Either team now is just one game away. And if you're the Eagles, you're not only one game away from winning, but you're also one game away from eating. For the Owls, I don't know about there. Maybe they need to order some food really quickly. I'm not sure, but man, what a series this has been.
It's been real back and forth. Again, Mafia really stepped up that game, but I have a bold prediction.
All right, lay it on me.
Vulcan's gonna drop 800 points, and we're gonna get game 7 overtime. It's gonna end. I think the Owls win this one.
I think the first 32 minute will be very crucial in giving us information on how this game will go. If the Owls are able to slow down this Eagles team in the first minute, that will be huge. That will mean that anything could happen in this game. If they are not able to, I'm afraid that the Eagles could just sweep away once more and fit the momentum and just carry it on out the door on the way to DoorDash or whoever bringing it in for danger. That said, we have Mafia and Bluey on kickoff. Mafia wins it. Danger is going to go for the boost. Vulcan unable to get the pinch off the wall he wants. Danger is going to throw it up on goal. Bluey gets the save, and the Eagles already carrying that momentum off early. Vulcan getting challenged on the goal line, gets the 50 out. Vulcan demos Danger as well. Mafia with no boost, missing that corner. Able to get around the first shooter, but the second shooter is coming in. Danger missing the demo and allows the Owls to get the first goal. And this has truly turned things around here.
Yeah, that's a clutch demo from Vulcan on that little reset there. But yeah, I think you touched on it. Most important thing is how this game starts. If the Owls are able to stabilize and not fall behind like they did in that last game, things will probably look a lot better because they won't be pressing as much, especially with this being, the decisive game. So it's really important that they don't let themselves back. That demo, or bump at least, is huge, and not letting Danger get to that ball. That ball's going to drop down, and yeah, good start for the Owls. They look so much better overall.
Indeed, and I think that bump by Vulcan was completely incidental, but you're absolutely right. It was a huge play to happen to stop that momentum from Danger, because once he gets going, we've seen just how much of a threat he can be. Danger, speaking of threats, getting the demo on Bluey, making the Vulcan or Vulcan for the Owls have to slow it down. A good bump in the backboard, however, Mafia able to clear it out. Owls electing to take it back, to slow down this play and start it anew, which is a bold strategy, Cotton, but we appreciate and like it. Vulcan going, trying to take it off the wall, gets the 50 to keep it somewhat dangerous. Bluey unable to put it on target though, and I feel like they needed that, while they technically didn't. It would help for the momentum that we know this Eagles can be.
Yeah, I think, Danger's going to collect this, and I think there's definitely plenty of time, but we haven't seen that same sort of connection from the Eagles so far this game. Mafia's going to go up for this. Just touches with the corner, not too dangerous. The Owls are good to deflect. Get a counterattack going. Bluey into the air, over one, past, not quite past Danger actually. Drop down. Vulcan doesn't commit, but this ball definitely looking for a clear here for the Eagles. Mafia might be able to provide it, gets it downfield, down to Danger, gets the bump, and again...
No! Oh, okay.
Oh, that was a real close one. I like the idea for the bump. I think if you get the demo there, it looks a whole lot different, but he doesn't get it. And instead it's a shot on net that Mafia just can't quite convert, but Bluey with the counterattack now. They whiff, but the Eagles have some space to work with if they can get the clear. Bluey says no. As their clock ticks down, slower pace than the last couple of games.
Absolutely, both teams really throwing it out on the field this time, because it is winner take all with this match. Owls did a great job at stopping the momentum from the Eagles, and now Vulcan's just continuing it, getting himself a second goal, or his first goal, but the second one for the Owls. a nice little shot. Excuse me. A nice little shot in the air, making Danger have to wait for his touch, which was what was needed. And now, a very fast 3 minutes has evaporated. We have 1:50. Owls up by 2. I think this is the lowest scoring game we've had all series, and it's not from a lack of effort.
I think so. The Owls' defense is like really good.
Oh my!
Ooh. And the Eagles, honestly, the defense is like pretty good from them too, but the offense hasn't been able to connect. They've had a couple opportunities, haven't been able to convert, but I think the opportunities they've gotten have been a good sign. Bluey's just going to kill a lot of time with this ball, and he'll maintain possession, which is the most important part. Danger gets the beat. Pass to Mafia. Bluey's there, has that read really well with that pre-jump. And really just no real threat there with Bluey playing positioning as they were. The Eagles might have a breakaway here. Bluey gets a touchdown field. Danger. Gotta go for a pass. Shut down again by Bluey, who was just all over the field in this game. And that's just gonna go in.
Good bump by Bluey there too to make it where he couldn't just get that angle he needed to jump. Just a good job boxing him out, forcing him to be unable to save it. And with the Owls up by 3 with less than a minute remaining, we know the Eagles can score this and tie it up very quickly. But with the Owls seemingly just dominating and getting full control, and Bluey somehow stealing away with that boost, they are the ones who are looking to be in control. They are the ones looking to be poised to score here and just take home all the marbles, all the cheese, all the barn mice. 35 seconds remaining, Ken, and the Eagles have made their first step to a comeback.
Yeah, they want a little piece of that probably too. But again, I think we said it a few times. It's possible, definitely not exactly likely, but if the Eagles find that form they were in the last 2 games, they definitely will be able to. Danger's going to take this up the wall, has it in the air, gets one touch, gets another, gets the reset, gets it over one. Bluey's there to save it away though, and Bluey has just been everywhere in this game, and it's kind of reminiscent of that game where he got 1400. Not on the same scale, but just always where he needs to be. And a shot attempt here, maybe a double, gets it down, and that Mafia isn't able to read it, and that should be the dagger. That will put the Owls in the grand finals against the Griffins Master League.
Indeed, and we have ourselves another series lined up at 8:15. Production, go ahead and be letting them know we're running a little bit behind. I want an interview. I think we don't have time for it. As much as I want to do a quick question or two, but we just unfortunately don't. However, no, fantastic game from the Owls, fantastic game from the Eagles. Ken, let's do a quick wrap up here. What do you think was the biggest difference maker in Game 7 for the Owls?
I mean, a lot of it was just they weren't letting themselves get beat on a lot of those fakes and little mind game things in midfield. They were getting the good 50s. I think that's the biggest change. They changed how they approached the ball as they were challenging. Maybe figured out what the Eagles were doing, and it worked. They managed to scratch out that Game 7 win. It was scary for a while, though.
Indeed it was. And, the Eagles really showed a massive ferocity, or a massive and ferocious attempt at coming back, but the Owls able to weather the storm. Everyone stay tuned. We will have another match coming up here very shortly. It will be the Origin League Unicorns versus Hydras. You don't want to miss it. Come back in not even 5 minutes.
game time. I'm on one, like it's Kelly and I'm Bay bound. Treat the greatest competition like the playground. Freestyling J spin and make them say wow. Then I beat the brakes off until I'm stay down. Became a king from a common man, and I turned my worst critics to my staunchest fans and worked at it until the world was believing. They gave them no choice but to see it. They say the greats always aim high and still stay grounded at the same time. And so they see a sky native with the hang time. That's why ain't no one can see us when it's game time. They say the greats always aim high and still stay grounded at the same time. And so they see a sky native with the hang time. That's why ain't no one can see us when it's game time.
Took me down, had me feeling alone. So long, darling. Right here and now, we can try this again. If you're in, I'm in, darling. I finally see what I need to be free. Far from what I was led to believe.
Good evening, FDL fans, and welcome to the second matchup of the night, Origin League Hydras Unicorns. I'm Conway Twitchy. I'm hanging out here with Ken. How you doing tonight, Ken?
I'm doing pretty good. I think we're going to have a little bit of whiplash, jumping from Master League to Origin League. But either way, we'll have a great series between these two teams, both of them relatively high up in their conferences. I sided with the Unicorns. I know, we were talking before it started. It sounded like you put all your points on the Hydras.
Yeah,
Curious to hear why.
not all of them, but seeing the matchups and seeing the players, I was like, I think that the Hydras play a little bit more physical game, and we've seen the way that goes out. So I am excited to see how that one goes. Just making sure that the players know the rules here.
I mean, I put all of my points on the Unicorns, but that's mostly because I'm poor and don't have many points. Because I continually lose. So not a great sign for the Unicorns, anyone hoping they might win, but, I'm right sometimes. But we will definitely get them on the field. I'm excited to see how this series goes. It'll be great Honda and Kazumi for the Unicorns, and Upbeat and Amish for the Hydras. Yep, definitely the lineups we probably expected.
I didn't think Amish people were allowed to play Rocket League, but I'm here for it, It's a great opportunity for everybody.
I don't know how to respond to that, honestly. You might have a point. We'll see how they do. But yeah. I think we'll have a good series. I'm expecting a lot of, plays that we might not expect to result in goals, just finding their way in. Kazumi, he's going to be up early. Not able to find anything too much with that, and we will get off to a pretty fast start. A couple shot attempts already from the Hydras. That one's saved away by Honda relatively easily. But Upbeat, up in the air. Upbeat's definitely somebody to watch, I think he played an expert last season, if I remember right. Might be misremembering. Definitely somebody to watch. I think every player on this field, though, is capable of making a difference. That's a good beat by Upbeat. Kazumi's going to have to rush back. Luckily, Upbeat's also out of boost. Kazumi will have control. One to beat here in this corner. Not able to do it. Amish will take that. Honda will clear it away. And Unicorns get a little breathing room, a little space, and they'll have a chance on the counterattack. The pass from Great Honda off the bar from Kazumi, and a great shot attempt. And another one, but not able to find it either. And they're just peppering this backboard suddenly. Kazumi.
Yeah, I'm going to say no shots on target so far. This one's going to be a long move. Great Honda has to turn on it. Got a little bit of strawberry and vanilla ice cream action on the colors tonight, but it looks really great against the backdrop of Tokyo. Easy to see here. This one staying in the Unicorn and Hydra, or Great Honda, excuse me, taking the ball down. Amish just going to have this one in the corner. Kazumi playing against it. That one's going to get center a long way. Amish with a shot on net. Nobody able to get back, and the Hydras are going to open up first with a long shot by Amish RL 2.0.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate touch there from Kazumi. Great Honda's playing up there in that hideous car. Gonna throw that out there. Making me rethink my choice of who's gonna win. Maybe a little bit. But yeah, just an unfortunate commit. Honda's pushed up a little too far for Kazumi to be able to get a touch there. And the Hydras do a great job punishing that little mistake. We'll have to watch the rest of the series. Amish gets beat, and I think we'll see the Unicorns, try and set up some of that offense that they were able to get earlier in the game. It didn't result in a goal, but it's a lot of pressure. I think that's their goals. A lot of sustained, just rotations and good touches on the ball. Eventually they'll find the back of the net.
Yeah, that's a big change, coming from, obviously we were just watching Master League where everybody's flying around and blasting around and doing all their touches and rotations and things, and Origin kind of gets you back to the basics, right? What you're looking for in this one is like you said, good touches, good rotations, and just doing the things you need to do, because, Origin being the lowest level that we have, you're just trying to learn and grow and eventually make it up to the higher leagues. That should be everybody's goal. And the competition here, very, very, very great. We've all seen it. Amish taking another shot on net. Great Honda with a good clear. This one going to push back over to the Hydra side. Honda tries to go for another shot. Upbeat gets one of them got demoed there. Excuse me, that one confused me a little bit. That one's going to get sent back down to the Unicorn's end. Bounces up off the back wall. Amish with a little touch floats it towards net. Kazumi going to send it clear. A little bit of a drag race for the ball. Did not quite get it cleared out. Amish sent it back towards their own net. This one's going to go to the far side. There's Upbeat once again getting a touch. Great Honda sends it the other way. Great Honda going for a shot, but that one not finding the net. But lots of pressure here like we were talking about, Ken.
Yeah, they definitely done a good job of, getting possession and taking chances with it. They just haven't been able to find the back of the net. Honda had a chance there off a little mistouch from Amish, but it isn't able to put it on target, and that's been really the constant theme is they've had chances, they haven't really put great shots on, but Amish, he's put 2 chances he's had, both of them right in the back of the net. Gives the Hydras the 2-0 lead. Amish, shooting is really the big difference maker at Origin. Whichever team can find that little extra touch really is the difference maker.
Yeah, absolutely. Those touches are certainly it, and Honda's going to fly in and take that one and put the Unicorns on the board here. 45 seconds, just a good kickoff. Bounces off the back wall. Upbeat tries to get to it. Honda meets it and pushes it in, and that cuts that lead to 1 with 45 seconds left. Should be Kazumi and Amish on the kickoff here. That one's going to float mid. Nobody touching the ball just yet. Honda's going to send it forward from the other side. Unicorns playing it around the corner. Great Honda looked like they might have gone for a little centering pass there, but got picked away by Upbeat with the Savior. That's a long shot off the goalpost, or the crossbar, not able to get in. Kazumi goes for the second touch, not able to get that one either, but Unicorns are sustaining pressure here, which is exactly what you want to see. They got to be careful, don't get too far forwards. You don't want to open up those counter opportunities. Those counterattack opportunities come quick and easy, and as I say that, that one's going to float in for Upbeat, and the Hydras take a 3-1 lead. That's the only dangerous part about getting up there on those pressures, especially down here in Origin, is all it takes is one long clear on target, and it's in the net.
Yeah, that is always the danger. I mean, I like the ideas from the Unicorns. They've definitely had some good ones. That was a great shot from Honda. It just didn't quite find the back of the net, a little bit too high. And they may have lost this game. I think there are definitely things that they will take away from this. I don't think you adjust too much off of this game. I think if you run that game again, they probably shoot well enough to take the game. Because I think, a better shot, that last goal doesn't happen for the Hydras. Game's tied 2-2, even at that point, neglecting anything else. You let Honda run the offense, get those shots on. I think they'll fall next game. I don't think you need to make too many changes as the Unicorns.
No, I mean, you certainly don't. Best of 7 series, not a normal best of 5. 7 shots for the Hydras, 8 shots for the Unicorns, 5 saves for the Hydras, and 3 saves for the Unicorns. And it was a lot closer than I think that the scoreboard and everything is going to say. I mean, if you don't get things close enough, it's not going to count them in the shot totals. And like you said earlier, we just saw a few things just pepper in the backboard, and it's not necessarily going to count those. So, but it was close. I mean, everything was close. Like you said, Honda with that shot at the end that just did not fall. It's just one of those things. Got to be a little bit more careful with the shooting, but we've definitely seen these things. We've seen these things happen, and they happen fast. You can definitely ask the Eagles in the last matchup there, or even the Owls for that matter.
Yeah, I think the Hydra's defense also deserves a lot of credit. You know, they were shutting down a lot of those shooting angles and making the Unicorns maybe take some tougher shots at times. So, I mean, that definitely contributed to some of the shooting woes that the Unicorns might have had. Just some good defense and good positioning, so... And a lot of credit to Amish for, you know, some of those shots he found. Just taking advantage, and a great pass down the feet. Put that in. Give the Hydras an early lead. Because we're just not quite able to make it back there.
Yeah, that's a rough one. Just positioning is really seeming to make a little bit of a difference here as far as the scoreboard goes, and really the way the games are going. Like you said, Hydras taking away the positioning from the Unicorns, taking the shots away and making them try to put a few more things in tougher places. It's a game of percentages. Amish is going to send this one the other way, taking that one right off the nose there, and that one rolls in, and Hydras are going to take a 2-0 lead, 4:24 to go, looking like a repeat of last game here. Interesting to see how the Unicorns come back. At this point, they've already scored twice. If you're the Unicorns, what adjustments do you try to make here on the fly, Ken?
We'll get back to that as upbeat. Gotta get the goal there. Make it 3-0. I mean, I think they're just pushing up a little bit too far at times, right? We saw in that play that Honda was pushing up, expecting Kazumi to get maybe a little better touch off the wall. Amish read that it wasn't going to happen, and that there was really no back, so he was able to challenge early. And I think it's just the pushing at times is coming at times where they don't need to, right? I think Honda doesn't need to push there. But Amish gets a beat. That's a shot on net too if Kazumi doesn't make it, and she does not make it back, and Amish is going to put that in. That'll make it 4-0. The Hydra's all over to start off this game.
Yeah, just goes right back to what you were talking about as far as positioning and maybe challenging a little too late. Positioning is important. You don't want to push up too far, but you do definitely have to change the way that you're attacking. This one's going to go mid. Amish just barely misses that one, but Upbeat's going to get to it. And now we see a little bit of passiveness from the Unicorns. Challenging the ball is important, I think. Positioning is crucial too. I mean, it's a fine balance in twos, especially because if you don't want to be too far forward, like you said, get you out of the way. But you also can't be too passive to the point that you're just being reactive instead of proactive. And if you give somebody too much time, they're going to do exactly what Upbeat does here. Just push it around the defender, really tough angle shot, and that could have been something that maybe it's challenged, and you take that opportunity away.
Yeah, I think Honda maybe a little greedy or a missed jump, one of the two. You know, if it's greedy, he's going for a clear there instead of just back to the corner. But if Upbeat puts the shot in net, there's a fake by Kazumi. She might have one. Amish there. Honda's got to convert this, I feel like, for the rest of this to work. And there he does. That's going to be put on net. 5-1 now. And, you know, good confidence builder. You see you have all the time in the world, really. Upbeat, not enough boost, really, to get there. 54 kilometers an hour on that shot. The non-American units, I, for some reason, have my game set to. But don't care how hard you hit it at that point, right? After some of the lows in the last game, you just want to see a shot on net and have it go in. Kazumi's there. That's a shot real high, but they get the bump. Buy some time for Honda. Honda's gonna play it slow, get past one, dies for his efforts. Amish, I think, is gonna just happily clear this ball, kill some more time off the clock.
Yeah, they're just trying to do everything they can now at this point not to give up too many shots. Especially not high percentage shots. I mean, 2.5, there's still half a game left when you're up by 4. And Origin tends to not necessarily be the league where everybody scores everything, you know, right off the rip really fast. So you do have chances, and they're going to have to take them, and they got to keep watching out for those. Those centered balls really making a big difference in a lot of the game here. You just got to watch out. Don't let them get to the middle. I believe in hockey they would kind of call that the slot or towards the blue line. You just don't want to give that up that easily. Make them work for it. Get some good physical play in there. Get some bumps, and you can make all the difference in the world there, as Honda's going to keep that one in. Kazumi going for the bump, not able to get that one in the goal line, but Amish gets a touch, not able to keep it. Great Honda pushing the other way. Gets a little bit of a touch off the wall, and I think going for that second touch off the ground may have cost them a little bit of momentum and time, and they weren't able to get there as fast as they were looking to. Kazumi's going to push this down the other way. It's going to bounce off the wall, trying to get it around upbeat, and does. Amish is trying to make a move, but Kazumi was not there. That one's going to take a bold deflection off the crossbar, and right now, I like the pressure that the Unicorns are putting on.
Yeah, but I mean, it has to actually amount to something, right? The Hydras keeping these dunks in the goal line that are so scary. Unicorns need to break out, but the Hydras is just doing a great job shutting it down early, and that's just going to bounce in, and that's, 6-1. This game feels out of hand. You're building towards the next one at this point, but it's definitely something has to change for the Unicorns. I said the first game was, encouraging at least. This one's less encouraging. A lot of that pressure just doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, I could agree with that. But we've seen plenty of opportunities for them. They just haven't been able to finish, and that's always going to be like the struggle in Origin is finishing your moves, finishing your shots. Honda there turns back towards the ball, but Kazumi gonna push that one further into the Hydras in there. That one is there. Great Honda has a shot, not able to get it in. And good patience there by Upbeat to make a play on that ball, and that one gonna get shot in, and goodness. That one is just very close there. Kazumi trying to get back to it, just can't quite get there, and Great Honda tries to jump back for it, not able to make the save.
Yeah, I want to see Honda play a little more patient in this next game. Let Kazumi have a little more space to work with. Just focus on the defense a little bit more. I think that's going to be key. That's a great pass from Kazumi. Drop down. Great team play from Honda, connecting there at the end. Something to take away. The good flick from Kazumi sets this all up, and Honda just a smart touchdown. Could have gone for a shot, but wouldn't have had the best angle for it. Kazumi's just right there.
Yeah, good team play, like you said. And I will say this, I haven't really noticed too many... I haven't noticed a whole lot of double commits from the Unicorns, but, I mean, that could just be part of them playing so passively and playing apart from each other. And a good shot here by Kazumi, and a little bit of life here coming back from the Unicorns. 10 seconds left. Probably not going to make too much of a difference here in this game, but I like what I'm seeing so far. The passing plays and everything seem to be there. They're certainly building some momentum, and this is a good way to get this game to end this one, Great Honda plays this one off the wall, almost got in there, but Amish with the save, and that one was close, and really from that angle, I thought maybe that Amish was going to deflect that in on accident, but a good play there. Hydras are going to take game 2. Unicorns score 3 goals there. Not nearly as close as the scoreboard might make it look, but we saw some life there from the Unicorns at the end.
Yeah, I think one of the issues for the Unicorns was the demos, right? I mean, the Hydras kind of have this reputation of playing physical, and we're seeing it play out. And a couple of them just shut down offensive plays for the Unicorns, and a couple of them opened up space and gave, Amish and the Upbeat some really easy goals. And I think that's really important for the Unicorns, you know, a little more awareness. I don't think the pace is necessarily the problem. I don't think the Hydras are just outpacing them for demos. It's more just catching them off guard in awkward situations. So I think if they clean that up, that'll help. If you're the Hydras, that game went pretty well, right? You didn't really
Yeah.
ever feel threatened. And I think you are more than content to play this kind of ping pong style where you're just getting these clears, controlling them, and going for counterattacks. You've shown that it works through the first 2 games. And until the Unicorns change something, I don't think you change anything.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. They haven't really had to make any adjustments, and obviously they scored 7 goals there the last game, so pretty good one there. Upbeat's going to take this one from the sidewall. Both of the Unicorns are there to attack. That one, a long shot put on. Upbeat's going to go up the other way to try to save this one. Great Honda with the off the nose. Kazumi got challenged for the shot. This one could go back the other way. Great Honda able to get back. Upbeat's going to push this one center. Kazumi's there to send it the other way. Upbeat gets the demo on Kazumi. Amish pushing this one towards the net. Great Honda's going to send it out while it gets challenged by Upbeat once again. And a little bit of high tempo here from these Hydras. Unicorns are definitely hanging in there and hanging on, but they're going to have to be careful. We know, like you said before, the reputation that these Hydras have of playing very fast and physical. And that one's just going to get turned away by Amish. But Great Honda pushing down into the corner, going to go up. Gets a good back bump with the back of the car. I was not expecting that one. Kazumi has this one, but gets taken by Amish. It's going to float back the other way. Great Honda keeps it in the other zone. Attacks Upbeat there, but Amish is going to get that ball, send it long. Kazumi going to have to go to try to catch this one. Upbeat is waiting for it, and we've seen a lot of long ball here, but also seen some midfield play there, Ken.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a little adaptation from the Unicorns, you know, playing the ball a little closer when they have space. Upbeat with a great beat, not quite on target, but a definitely great attempt. But yeah, we're seeing the Unicorns play the ball a little closer, not give it away as much, which I think is important for them. It's supposed to float across and down. Great beat by Honda will keep this ball in midfield. Kazumi's there. That ball's unlucky bounce. I think Honda might have had a shot if that stayed on the ground. As it is, Kazumi's going to put it down, and the Hydras will collect this. And Unicorns will get back on defense. Upbeat's up, beats one, and Honda just jumps a little offline, and that's all it takes with Upbeat going up in the air like that.
Yeah, those aerials can be hard to defend. It was a good shot by Upbeat and just got it right around the defender. Unfortunate chance there, but only 1 goal. Still 2:54 left. This one's going to get deflected off the kickoff towards the Unicorns' net. Kazumi goes for it, pops it up over one Hydra, gets it over the second Hydra. This one's going to go center, but Amish able to get back there. I thought for sure Kazumi was going to have a shot. Did not get a chance to put that one on net. Great Honda is going to hit that one. Goes for the 50 there. It's going to bounce down. Great Honda was not able to get that one. It just barely snuck away and rolled down the wall there. Kazumi there with a good touch. This one's going to roll back to the Hydra's end. Unicorns are getting pressure, but they're not getting sustained pressure. Honda with the challenge. That one looked like it was going to go the other way and then didn't stay the way that they were looking for it to go. Now it gets sent the other way by Honda after Kazumi mistouches it, misplays it a little bit. That one's going to go centered. Good challenge. Popped up off the wall. It's in front of the net, and Great Honda able to make it clear. This one's going to start going the other way. Upbeat there waiting for it. It's going to go off the wall. Honda's going to have to finish this one and does, and we tie it up. 1:52 left. The Unicorns showing some life here. This is excellent patience by Honda to not rush that one, and it does go in right in the center of the net.
Yeah, I love to see that from Honda. We've kind of mentioned a couple times that it just feels like they're rushing things just a touch more than they need to. Shows great patience there. Realizes that Upbeat is really awkward and at best probably just going to pass it back to him. Upbeat's up early though. That's far down. It's a race to it. And he still across the goal line. I can't believe that he didn't get scored earlier. But yeah, great attempt there from Upbeat, who, you know, gets it on the goal line, finishes it off somehow. I think they might have had a bump there or something, but gives the Hydras the lead again. And
That looked very close to being cleared out by both teams at any given time there. I'm really, like you said, shocked that it took that long, but they did. Long shot there by Amish does not get on target. Great Honda maybe rushing that one a little bit too. They kind of got there, bounced off the wall before the ball was even there. Kazumi with a little bit of a shot. Is that going to roll in? And it does. The shooting here by the Unicorns is definitely working out in their favor. And I mean, this could have been a 2-1 if they'd had the opportunity to get that ball out of the other net. I mean, that one would have for sure been a counterattack opportunity. But they get this one off the bounce, and 2-2 tie ball game, 1:19 to go, Ken.
yep, we see, you know, that little lack of patience come back to bite the Hydras this time. Upbeat probably didn't need to go for it. This is a pass opportunity for Kazumi. Down, Honda chose not to commit on that one. Probably smart. Kazumi's up real early for that in the air. I think they're going to be able to starve the Hydras a boost really easily with where this ball currently is. Honda gets the bump on one. Upbeat with a touch. Kazumi off the backboard. Might go up for a double. Has the read. Has a touch. Doesn't quite slot that in, but again, pressure. Starving boost. Upbeat with a great touch there and a shot from Honda. And the Unicorns just look so comfortable when they get set up like this.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have gone for as fancy of a shot as that double touch was, but I mean, it kind of worked out in their favor. They're keeping the pressure on. That one is going to go off of Amish and bounce back towards the Unicorns' net. That one gets sent in deep. Kazumi's going to try to get it out, not able to get it there. Amish is going to keep it in. It's going to go back towards the net, back off the backboard, off the wall. Water falls down, and Upbeat is going to push that one in. 17 seconds left, trying to put this one away. Good challenge there to start it up. That ball just dropped right back down for Upbeat. Defender did not have a chance to react to it the way that they should have or could have.
Yeah, Kazumi just gets caught out again. Just a little lack of patience. I don't hate the idea. I mean, if you connect with that ball, it's almost assuredly a goal. This ball's going to roll. I'm able to make it, but yeah, just a little bit too much. We'll see both Unicorns on top of each other here as the clock ticks down. Honda putting a shot on net. Amish has to make a touch. He does. Can Kazumi keep this up? Upbeat gets a good beat, and that will put the Hydras on to match point.
Yeah, much closer game that time, and I like everything I saw to the Unicorns. Really, really low shooting there. 5 shots for the Hydras, all by Upbeat. 3 shots apiece for the Unicorns for 6 shots total, and yeah, far closer. It's just the patience, like you were talking about. The patience there maybe makes a difference. The whole point is to try to get there, react not as late as possible, but just try to take up as much goal space as possible. And the closer you are to the ball when you make a move, it kind of, cuts off a little bit more of the shooting lane. Unfortunately, if you come out there too fast and you make the wrong move, then wide open shot on the net. So they got to watch out for that. But so far, this one was far closer than the last game. They're certainly making the adjustments we've been talking about, and I'm interested to see how it goes. Still a chance for everything to go the Unicorns' way. They're not out of it yet. Obviously, it's match point for the Hydras, but we've certainly seen some games go the other way, both way.
Yeah, a lot of credit there to Upbeat in that game in particular. I mean, he was the one leading a lot of those offensive charges. I think that game really comes down to that goal line, chaos where it just sits on the goal line for a while and none of the Unicorns are able to get, the big clear they need. I really like what I'm seeing from the Unicorns when they get that sustained offensive pressure, though. Like, there definitely is a recipe for success for them. It's just putting it into place. We'll see if they can do it in this game. They kind of have to, but Amish clears that to the Unicorns' corner, gets the demo. That is a heat-seeking missile coming in to Kazumi there. But, yeah, definitely just see what the Unicorns can do. The Hydras, again, don't need to change anything. They really aren't doing anything too special. And now, I don't mean that in a bad way, right? It's just they aren't having to go for things or, put themselves out of position. They're just always where they need to be, really.
Yeah, that shot looked like it was on net, but the demo explosion can move a ball around, and it certainly seemed like it may have been just enough to deflect it. Great Honda with a good bicycle save, but Kazumi gets up for it, not able to get it. That one's going to go towards the goal post. Great Honda coming back to make the save, booms it over to the other side. Got to be careful with those. When they were booming it earlier, that really seemed to be what really set up the the Hydras there. Gonna have to try to control the ball a little bit more. Kazumi plays it off the wall. Gonna challenge it, send it over. Good pass to Great Honda, but that one off the sidewall, just going back a little bit. Great Honda pushing back, maybe try to get some boost. Gonna stop that ball. That was a good play there. Kazumi pushes it into the other side. A little bit of chance for some sustained offense here like we were talking about before. Amish goes for the touch. Kazumi can't get the shot on. That one, another shot off the goal post. Exceptionally close. Pucker factor of 10 there probably for the Hydras. Not able to get it going though for the Unicorns. This one's going to bounce out and goes right to Upbeat, who sends it the other way. Great Honda trying to play this one off the wall. Could go center for the Hydras. Not where you want that ball to be, but I do like what I'm seeing here, and this one is exceptionally close. Great Honda with a flick. Tried to get it around the other one, not able to. Amish sends it out, and really seeing some good play and some good pressure here by the Unicorns.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of starving, the Hydras of boost and making them make the choice over, do I go for the ball or do I get boost? And if they don't pick ball, they're just going to get scored on. So great pressure from the Unicorns. They just have to be able to convert it, and we haven't seen that enough in this series so far. Honda has a chance here, gets a touch. Kazumi chooses not to commit. Good idea. And I think the Hydras will finally break out a little bit here. Kazumi with a demo on the back line. Honda can get a good touch. Maybe they can reestablish some of that pressure. Amish with a touch. Not a great one. Kazumi punishes immediately.
The Unicorns opening up scoring here first. I don't think that they have scored in any match, scored first in any match so far here. So good for them to open this one up, and just they're getting the opportunities, and finishing is exactly what we were talking about being the issue. And so far they've done well, making the Hydras choose booster ball. Like we were talking about before, I like some of this consistency. Amish with a demo. Great Honda gets demoed, and the Hydras are going to answer there really, really quick. I did not see where Kazumi was.
Looks like they got bumped up the wall.
Well, that is a rough one. We've all been there, gotten bumped. My friend calls it getting sent into space. So if you get bumped that hard, we call it getting sent into space. That one almost an open net opportunity, but the double commit there maybe stole a little bit of power away from that ball. Neither member of the team able to get a good shot there. They kind of pinched it together. That ball is going to go around Amish. Kazumi's going to push that out. That's a long shot. Upbeat's going to have to get to it, but I like the shooting by Great Honda, and it looks like Honda's really taking the lead here. Kazumi just playing the supporting player, and it's working out for him.
Yeah, we'll have to see, can this defense hold up? Honda's on the wall. Awkward touch. That's a shot on net. Not quite able to find the back there. Thought that might have been on target. Wasn't quite. And the Unicorns should have a breakaway opportunity here. Kazumi gets the beat. Amish versus Honda. Honda jumps a little early, and not going to accomplish a ton. Kazumi in the corner now, 50. And Honda isn't back quite in time. Upbeat has a shot if he can do it. That's going to find the back of the net. That's going to give the Hydras a 2-1 lead.
51 seconds left in the series for the Unicorns. They can't put anything in here soon, but they had good opportunities, and that's just one of those where they got way too aggressive and it rolled up forwards, and counterattack opportunities are going to happen like that. You just got to be ready for it. This one's going to go right back into the Unicorn side off the kickoff. Great Honda waiting there patiently, not going to matter. Upbeat gets that one in, and we see the Hydras go boom, boom, back to back, left hook, right hook. Could have been the uppercut that they needed to put this one away.
Yeah, Honda's, just trying to buy time for Kazumi to get back, I think. Discovers they haven't yet. Has to go somewhere, guesses wrong. And, 40 seconds, plenty of time. But the Unicorns, that starvation style isn't going to work. You're just going to burn too much time even if you do score. Gotta find something quick. Amish is going to kill some time here on the wall. Clock, the biggest enemy right now, the unicorns. You know, Zumi with some boost. Gonna take this. Over upbeat, I think. Never mind, upbeat's there. Honda bangs it downfield, has boost to work with, might be able to get in the air, but Amish just on top of that ball. Fast enough. Upbeat? That's a pass to Honda if he can do it. That's a great shot. Little mistouch from upbeat. Gives the unicorns some life.
Yeah, the slightest of pulse. The lowest pulse that you might ever actually see here, but 7 seconds left. They get a good kickoff. We don't know what's going to happen here. This one's going to go out towards the unicorns, and Kazumi has it. Goes right over. It's going to roll in front of the net. Can anybody get there? They can't. Oh, the opportunity squandered, but the Hydras are going to take this game and take the series in a sweep. That one was so close. Just nobody able to get there. Would have been a beautiful opportunity, and unfortunate for the unicorns, but Hydras just crushed it the entire series. A couple of games were very, very close, aside from game 2 where it was a 7-3 game, but at one point I think it was 7-1. So very, very close. But man, whew, what a series for the Hydras. But unicorns, they kept it close for a good bit, just unable to finish, and it cost them.
Yeah, and it really felt like they were just kind of beating themselves at times, right? They definitely had, you know, the ability to take at least a couple of games off the Hydras, but they just always pushed up a little too far at the most inopportune times. We'll try and get them in here for a quick interview. But yeah, definitely great from the Hydras. As we will have them in here. Hello, Upbeat and Amish. That was a great series from you two.
Hello.
Hello.
Magnificent play there from both of you. We really saw the unicorns trying to figure out how to play against you, and they started getting closer and started finishing shots. But what do you think was key to you guys winning all the 4 games there and getting the sweep?
Um, for us personally, it was really finding their weak points, keeping pressure up at all times, whether it was real or fake, and then finding the opportunity to throw in a bump or a demo, or just faking or whiffing. But that seemed really key and put us in really good spots over and over. I would also say that there were a couple of times where there were opportunities to go like full monkey mode and just go all offense. And the decision to go complete defense, like at the very end, put us in a really good spot to secure stalling out the last amount of time that we had remaining.
Then when that ball flew down the field on that last kickoff and got in front of the net, were you scared there for a second? I mean, like I said earlier, the ball the ball on the goal line earlier was definitely some pucker factor for me. I can only imagine how it was for you on the field.
It was, at least for me, it was not fun because the only thing that allowed that ball to go through the corner was a side flip instead of a front flip. Like, if I had front flip, it would have gone through the corner and just out into the other half. But, you know, mistakes happen. And the good thing was is that we were able to narrowly evade overtime.
100%.
Yeah, and I mean, Amish, I got to give you some credit. It seemed like the plan coming in was, you know, a lot of counterattacks. You were just always able to collect the ball as it came downfield and find, you know, an opening. Was that something like you planned heading in, or was it just kind of how the game went?
I just stayed really aggressive because in past scrims they beat us because they were really aggressive, and I just kind of hung back too far and wasn't as aggressive as I was today.
I mean, clearly it worked. I'd say you guys definitely, as a whole, that aggression. I think the demos were the biggest factor from you guys. It was just a lot of well-timed demos. They were always productive, which is something that is a struggle sometimes. You know, you can get a little chasey.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I will say
making
for the
sure.
long term, it was difficult to keep those beneficial touches or moves going, especially as you get the jitters coming in, like, oh, are we gonna sweep here? You know, because that's where you find yourself in the weakest point, no matter who you're against.
Were you guys making sure that you didn't say the S word before you got there? I mean,
We didn't
you don't
even
want to jinx it.
well, we didn't say it, I don't think. Um, but we did have some support from our B player, Captain Kimmy, and I'm pretty sure she said it at some point. But we all knocked on wood collectively.
We
So
did.
I love that. Well, I don't have anything else. Ken, do you have anything else for these folks?
Uh, I don't think I have anything. I mean, I don't think we know who you're playing next. I might be wrong. I'll take a quick look if I can. Not find it immediately. So yeah, I mean, who are you hoping to play next then?
I don't exactly recall who's on the other side of the bracket. Uh,
Neither do
it's
I.
I told Amish and Kimmy that I would wait until afterwards to determine what's next. But if it is lobsters, like you brought up, lasagna, we will gladly take lobsters, and we'll make it an entertaining final for sure.
There you go. I love that enthusiasm. Well, congratulations for your victory tonight. You got the sweep. You played everything perfectly. Moving on to the grand final, so congrats. I will turn it over to you two for you to give a shout out to whomever you want here before we cut to the next series.
I would say shout out to Chris and the leadership and staff, just the amount of organization that they put into stuff like this, and for us to have the ability to have entertaining and competitively challenging and sometimes close matches. A lot of work goes into this, and I have appreciated this medium of expressing competitive creativity, and being able to bring other people up, like Amish and Kimmy, being able to show them a productive and healthy team play environment, and that goes for my expert and star teams as well. Um, but shout out to the people that gave Hydras a chance this season and have really helped bring it to its current state.
I mean, if you don't have anything else from Conway, I know I appreciated that, as one of those staff members. But yeah, I
We
mean,
appreciate all of our players here.
yep. But I think that'll do it for this series. We'll get ready for the next one. We'll be back at 9:30, I believe, for the expert Penguins and Griffins part 3 of a saga that's been happening all weekend between those two franchises. But you don't want to
Yeah,
miss it.
it's game time. I'm on one, like it's Kelly and I'm Bay bound. Treat the greatest competition like the playground. Freestyling J spin and make them say wow. Then I beat the brakes off until I'm stay down. Became a king from a common man, and I turned my worst critics to my staunchest fans and worked at it until the world was believing. They gave them no choice but to see it. They say the greats always aim high and still stay grounded at the same time. And so they see a sky native with the hang time. That's why ain't no one can see us when it's game time. They say the greats always aim high and still stay grounded at the same time. And so they see a sky native with the hang time. That's why ain't no one can see us when it's game time.
Took me down, had me feeling alone. So long, darling. Right here and now, we can try this again. If you're in, I'm in, darling. I finally see what I need to be free. Far from what I was led to, but no holding back, I've made up my mind. Seeing what's next, I'm not sure what I'll find. Holding the key firmly in my hands, I'm looking forward, I know where I stand. And this is it, I've nothing to lose. Now is the right time, I'm making my move. I wanna hide now. You can't bring me down. I wanna hide now. You can't bring me down. Holding the key firmly in my hands, I'm looking forward, I know where I stand. And this is it, I've nothing to lose. Now is the right time, I'm making my move. I wanna hide now. You can't bring me down. I wanna hide now. You can't bring me down. I'm seeing what's next. What is ahead? I'm seeing what's next. I'm seeing what's next. What is ahead? I'm seeing what's next. I wanna hide now. You can't bring me down. I wanna hide now. You can't bring me into the night, the city lights are dancing, slowly falling apart. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling stronger, and I know I can do better. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up,
Good evening, Nelkiel, and welcome back. This is Conway Twitchy. I'm joined here by Awesome Bill. Welcome, Bill. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. In for a really, really, really fantastic match to sure up our first final spot in Expert and end our weekend streams here at FDL.
Yeah, we got Expert League Griffins Penguins. Winner of this matchup will go on to play against either the Dragons or the Owls for the Expert League Championship. But in the meantime, let's get this matchup going. It's going to be Zyros and Mayhem versus Surchaka and Squashy. Zyros, Mayhem, Penguins, Squashy, Surchaka for the Griffins here, and Surchaka is going to take that kickoff. Ball going to go up the wall. Surchaka going to put one on net. Zyros has to make the save, and right away we see some action here. This ball getting moved down. Zyros has a shot. Surchaka tries to make the save, not able to get in front of it. It deflects off, and Zyros is going to open scoring 13 seconds in.
Yeah, that's a tough play there when you're Surchaka. It's just not the right touch, and you're in the right position, you know, and that's, you know, sometimes that's just like a little bit of nerves. We'll see how Griffins respond, but tough play for Surchaka there on
Yeah, that's right. Ball goes back to midfield here. Griffins trying to take control of it. Serchaka gets it around one defender, cannot get it around the second one. It goes sent right back down towards the net. Mayhem is there, throws on the brakes, and Zyros is going to get a second one, and just as quickly, and that was a really nice little fake out play.
Yeah, that's from Mayhem there. That was really, really impressive. That's as close as you can get without touching it. And, you know, early in a series like this, you can start to get people frustrated if you're pulling stuff like that. So that's, you know, they've got a bit of a bumper. Perfect time to do it. Perfect execution.
Yeah, and here we go. I mean, every time the Griffins get the ball down, Penguins get a really good block, a really good stop, and they send it the other way. Serchaka's had a couple of opportunities, but has not been able to capitalize. Squashy's going to block that carry from Zyros. This one's going to go up the middle, and Mayhem is going to bring it over, try to get it around Serchaka. Gets one touch, and Mayhem is going to take that one, and the Penguins take a commanding 3-0 lead 1 minute and 7 seconds into this game one.
Yeah, this is, you know, you got to let this be a wash if you're Griffins. Just be like, hey, you know, it's a long series. It's a best of 7, you know, not even a best of 5. You got a lot of games left to play. And just try to get back in this one. Just try to get one on the board. You know, make them sweat, make them work a little bit. They only got one shot so far. A lot of play in the Griffins half. So not the start they want. I mean, plenty of time to fix it, but Penguins do look like they're playing with it.
Yeah, most certainly, and you know, you get one, climb that ladder, keep it going, keep it moving, and still plenty of time left in this game to get something going. 3:23 left. It's going to pop into the Penguin zone. Zyros drives under that one, going to have to turn on it, not able to get there. Squashy with a good demo. Serchaka going to try to play this one off the wall, but Mayhem turns, able to get it back, going back down the other way. Squashy takes it off of Mayhem's roof. Got to play this one off the wall, tries to get a little pinch, not able to get it there. Gets it around Zyros, but Mayhem is going to send it the other way, and Zyros may have another goal and does. The counterattack opportunity coming quick and early with 2:58 left in this game.
Yeah, and this is not necessarily the stat lines you'd expect so far. You know, Zyros is a strong player, so nothing against them, but you know, Mayhem has led the league. We've been top 5 all season long for expert in just about everything. Maybe not demos, but every offensive and defensive category of major stats. So seeing them, you know, and assists is kind of their weakest one. Seeing them with 1 and 2, and only 1 shot, no saves so far. Not exactly what we would have expected to see, but you know, that's what it means to be a playoff team. And Penguins have been so dominant all season. You know, it's not just one player killing it, but man, from downtown up there for Squashy to get Griffins on the board, that was a beauty.
Yeah, just pushed it right past the defender and net. That's how you break one open if you're going to, and we still have half a match left here. Mayhem and Squashy on the kickoff. Serchaka is up, gonna try to put that one around. Zyros does. That's a shot on net, but unfortunately goes a little bit wide. Mayhem's going to carry it, scoop it up, take it back the other way. A little bit of pop. Squashy pops that one into the corner, but Mayhem centers it up. Zyros is there, going to punch that one in, and Mayhem has a third assist. That's going to give them playmaker, and oh my goodness. I thought the defenders might have a chance to get there.
Yeah, I mean, both of them, I thought they had really good positioning. I know Chaco was a little low on boost. Chaco's really not being able to find that consistent full boost in the way that we've seen from Squashy and others. I feel like I've seen his numbers be a little low. So might be getting starved out and getting pressured a little bit. But yeah, I thought one of them was going to have it there. And Zyros just gets the high floater. 5-1. Really rough so far.
Yeah, still 150 left. We can see if they get something going. That shot from Squashy, that carry, certainly a beaut. Thought that was going to be the first step to clawing back slowly but surely. But Penguins have just been laying it on since that one happened, and that move definitely opens it up for them. And I like the team play from the Penguins has just been absolutely outstanding. All the goals so far, I think, have been assisted at this point. Nope,
There
not
were
all of them.
Two unassisted. Mayhem's was unassisted, and then technically the stat sheet won't show an assist, but I think it's fair to call what Mayhem did to get that second goal with the fake and assist. So, you know, not showing up on the numbers, but it's an assist in our mark.
Yeah, certainly. And Squashy with a good shot there from almost halfway across the field. Literally is right in the middle of the kickoff circle. Pops that one in just past Zyros. Cuts that lead to 3 with a minute left. They can get something cooking here. I don't necessarily know if they're going to come back from it, but they can get some momentum to carry into game 2 here. Zyros is going to pop that one around. Sir Chaka going for the clear, gets the boost. Gonna bring it up the wall, push it down towards the middle. Good challenge by Mayhem, but that one kept going and then finally gets kicked away. Squashy's gonna be up for it. Gets that one around Mayhem again. Zyros with a good challenge. Squashy is there. It's gonna go into the corner. I like these challenges. They're challenging often, they're challenging early and not letting the ball get clean shots towards the opening there. Mayhem going for a shot, and that was a beautiful 2-3 saves there that we just saw right in a row.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the game's out of reach, but that's what I really like to see. When the game's out of reach, like, you know, screw it. That's when you play your hardest, right? Like, make a point of it. You got a lot of Rocket League left to play, and, you know, they gave up, what, I mean, 4 goals in, like, 2 minutes, then held them to, you know, what, 1 in the last 3. So that's... you know, if we take the last little bit as a sample size, you know, they've shown they can control play, they can win, and they can shut people down, the Penguins, when they're coming in there. I mean, that was a lot of touches and a lot of low boost, what could have been panicky situations. Good team play from the Griffins there for the last minute. You know, I think they got bunched up a little bit. If they can let each other play with some more space and just keep consistent, I think they could take game 2 and start making this a series.
Yeah, it almost looked like maybe they weren't as warmed up as the Penguins were. I'd be interested to get that stat if we get a chance to talk to any of them. But certainly they came out, they did some good moves. Penguins only had to make 1 save, where the Griffins made 4. So interesting stat line there. 3 shots for the Griffins and 8 shots for the Penguins, and it sure showed up on the scoreboard, but they really kind of started pouring it on right there towards the end. I was excited seeing things go, and you're absolutely right there, Bill. Keep fighting at the end. Don't make it seem like you gave up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, anyone's played against a AFK guy knows a couple good pinches on a kickoff, like, it only takes a second to score. You know, why not? Go at it. Make a point of it. You know, especially a situation like this where, like, you know, if you start getting in your head right now, if you start, you know, taking your foot off the gas, even when it's not going your way, like, you might have to sit for a while. You might have to watch these guys go and take home a championship that you think you could have won. Like, you know, that's where it's time to make a statement. And Squashy going up. Oh, another beauty. Oh, went far down. My goodness. That was pretty. That's 2 pretty goals for Squashy so far.
Good little Bardowski, like you said, just right there busting open that first shot for the game. And they've had 2 pretty ones, but I don't know if I would focus on all the pretty ones and maybe just focus on getting more on the board. And I gotta say, give a quick shout out here to Sporty FC Rating with 3 folks. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. Welcome to our FDL channel. A little bit of shot there by Sir Chaka, not able to get on the board, but Mayhem is there for the follow-up. Gonna tie this one up, 4:22 left. Oh my goodness. They were keeping that one together, and that clear attempt just did not go Sir Chaka's way.
Yeah, I mean, and the name is fitting. Mayhem gets the goal there, and that was just pandemonium in the Griffins. And they had completely lost the thread on so much of what was happening there. So good to see them rebound here strong. But man, it can be tough to beat the Penguins out of their business and to give them some space.
This ball found its way into the Penguins zone, hanging out down there. The Penguins are able to get it cleared out, push it right back down to the Griffins. Serchaka with a long pass, going to try to get this one up for Squashy. Squashy with a little bit of fake out move, and that seems to be Squashy's favorite there, just doing everything they can to try to throw the other team off. You were talking earlier about doing everything you can to make the other team tilted, and I think we have certainly seen some of that. That's the kind of stuff that'll definitely make that happen for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really like, I mean, there's that obvious breakdown during some really sustained pressure that led to a goal against the Griffins. But I really like their defense early on here. They're really putting together a much more solid game. You know, that was a great challenge there from Squashy on Mayhem. Perfect. He doesn't let him get up there. Doesn't let him prepare the flick. Just smashes that out. Follows it after the 50. Really, really like that kind of confidence play coming out of Griffins, and that's what you're going to have to do when you've got a guy in Mayhem you're playing against who almost put up 100 goals this season. Just insane stats out of Mayhem in the regular season.
Yeah, that's what, 100 goals in 10-game season. Like that's or 10 or 12 games. That's absolutely incredible numbers to be putting up. And so, yeah, to see that come out in here definitely makes a little bit of sense. Zyros with a shot, but Squashy gets right to the goalpost to save that one. That one was exceptionally close. Now Serchaka is going to carry this one down the other way, and I did not see a Penguin defender there.
No, and that's something that I've seen a little bit, and I've wondered if, you know, if Griffins can get possession in their end confidently like that. I think Penguins are really consistently overplaying. You know, I think there's an element of having a great, you know, strong start as well for Rose last game, where I think there's a lot of opportunity for the Griffins to play strong and smart. I think there's a bit more skill parity among the two players on the Griffins than there is on the Penguins because of the level of a powerhouse player that Mayhem is. But I definitely think there is an opportunity here for Griffins to see them take advantage of that.
Yeah, most certainly. I have noticed, like you said, that the Penguins play very far forward, and it's worked out in their favor right until it doesn't. Mayhem has to go up and make the save on Squashy. Serchaka misses that touch. Zyro's going to carry this one down and send it right down to Mayhem, who's going to cross it over. Squashy there to make the defensive play. I will say I've seen a lot of touches that maybe going a little bit more center than I think I would like. I don't like to watch the ball go center for either team. Those are always dangerous plays in your own end. But Serchaka going to play this one off the ceiling. Zyros clears this one out. Mayhem trying to get up and make that touch. Fakes out Squashy. That was a beautiful move there. We're down to 1:05 left, and the Griffins are hanging on by a feather, a wing, and a prayer here. Squashy's pushing this one down, but Mayhem steals it. It's going to go up. Maybe going down for the downward pass, but Serchaka gets back there quick, and I will say the defensive aptitude by the Hydras, or not the Hydras, sorry, the Griffins, certainly showing up here in this match. They've been able to do a lot to keep the ball out of their own net. 35 seconds left, and ball just staying in the Griffin side.
Yeah, you can tell that Penguins are putting the pedal to the metal, playing a little bit more chaotic and crazy right now, and it's working out for them. Griffins got to take control here. They're 20 seconds away, evening things up. Oh, what an amazing change of direction there for Mayhem. Ooh, double. All right, 10 seconds. Griffins pull it out. I won game 7. Parity.
That double could have been another opportunity of a goal for them. Unfortunately not. That one's going to bounce back out. Serchaka tries to put that one on. It's close. Zyros with the carry. They're carrying it down the other way. Going to put that one towards the net. Mayhem goes for the shot. That one's going to hit the ground in the Griffins. Take game 2. Not nearly as commanding as the first game was for the Penguins, but good on the Griffins for taking that second game 9 saves total versus 3 for the Penguins, 6 shots and 13 shots respectively. That is those are certainly some numbers. Holy cow.
Yeah, I mean, to put 13 on and only score 1, that's a little crazy. Uh-huh. 9 saves out of the Griffins to 7 from Squashy. I mean, between the kind of spectacular goals that we've seen so far from Squashy, it just seems that's a player on a mission. Uh, Not necessarily from the jump, but towards the end of game 1 into game 2, Squashy's been the man of the match. I love a good defensive performance. 7 saves, my goodness, you got to get the win after 7 saves.
Yeah, you would certainly hope so, but you would also think that if you shot 13 shots, you would be scoring more than 1, and that, I think, speaks to the defensive prowess there of the Griffins, like you were talking about. We've got almost everybody in. Everybody's in here for this game 3. We'll have to see how this one goes. Looks like it's going to be Squashy and Mayhem on the kickoff here. Rolling right back into it. Here's Mayhem, goes for a flip. Squashy gets there first. This one's open in front of the Penguins net. Squashy's going to open this one up. Not nearly as pretty as the first game, or the second game, sorry. But they will certainly take it. Griffins are going to take a 1-0 lead off the kickoff there. And once again, where was the Penguin defender?
No, I mean that. If the Penguins continue with the situation that they've been dealt in game 2 and so far now in 3 of the first couple seconds here, that was close. That's going to be the question: is where's the man back? Where's the second man? Is everyone out here playing hero ball? But it might not matter there as Rose goes.
Yeah, Mayhem just flips it up. Zyros gets a good little dunk right there. Serchaka had no chance for that one. Defenders were in position, but Mayhem with the beautiful passing play to bring it back even. 4:38 left. We got Serchaka and Zyros on the kickoff. Mayhem's going to wait a minute here for this ball. Serchaka just going to let that one drop. Mayhem goes for the bump. Serchaka's there, has the ball. Serchaka gets demoed. Squashy's there, but leaves it open. Leaves it right in the middle. That one doesn't get touched. Zyros had a shot on goal, but it goes a little bit wide. Mayhem's going to catch it. Mayhem trying to go for the carry. This one in the corner. Both of the Griffins are there. That one's going to go long. Is that one going to go in? What a pinch and a clear, and Squashy gets the second goal of the game. 55 seconds in, and oh my goodness. That just pinched off of a defender and an attacker, one of each team, and shoots the whole way down the field.
Yeah, and 44 miles an hour once you get to the goal after a couple of bounces. That is no slouch coming out of that. I think Squashy had pretty goals in the first 2 games, but he's had some very, very fun opportunities. I think popping it up and doing a little bit of a backflip on that first one was a little bit of a cute maneuver, and then a lovely 50 there to take the lead. But Rose gets the open net and ties it up.
Yeah, I think the Griffins got a little too far forward.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're talking about Penguin defenders. Where's the Griffin defenders? A little bit of overconfidence there after some early goals there from the Griffins. Got to bring back that game 2 defensive form.
Yeah, they certainly do. Penguins already doubling their goal count from the previous game. Mayhem's going to lead this one and carry it in around. Squashy makes a defensive maneuver there. Serchaka bumps right on the goal line. Serchaka demoed by Mayhem. Zyros waiting patiently with the ball. Gets around one defender, waiting for Serchaka to come back. It was Squashy that ended up gone into space the last time. A little bit of a shot on net there by Serchaka, but Zyros handles it very, very patiently. Zyros is there. That's in front of the net. Mayhem trying to do something defensively, gets it out, but that one could go right to Serchaka and does. Off the wall, gets it around the defender. Zyros is there. Squashy going to be able to turn on it. Does. That ball gets sent right back towards the net, and that was about a split second away from a Squashy goal to bring them up. This one carried in front by Serchaka with an excellent play there, but it's going to go down towards the Griffins' net.
Yeah, and that's same thing that's caught them both times for their goals so far for the Griffins. That almost caught them there again. That's, they got to play smart, and they're keeping it in when they're playing smart. And I saw Squashy in the last possession at one point. Play the retreat a little bit, read the pass right, coming up the wall, and get a nice quick look. And that's what Griffins got to do to get their looks here. They got to play smart. They got to play with space. They got to have good reads in the midfield, and when they don't, Penguins are making them pay, and they're making them pay fast.
Yeah, and I think that's been really the name of it, right? And that's how the Penguins were able to get such that large goal lead in the first game is, like you said, just punishing everything quickly as fast as they can. And really, it's been exceptionally close. Squashy there almost gets another carry goal. Sir Chaka's going to bring that one around the corner. That one's going to get popped out. Mayhem with the demo and Squashy. Zyros and Mayhem pushing back towards the net. Is the defender going to get back there? And does. Squashy spawned in just in the right spot, just in the nick of time, able to get that going. Mayhem's going to demo Sir Chaka, and Penguins certainly turning on physicality here as Zyros is going to put them up by 1:25 left.
My goodness, yeah, like you said, Mayhem has taken the adjustment, and earlier I said Mayhem's in the top run statistical categories. Well, guess who has the most demos on the server from the regular season? 44 inflicted, or 6 overall in expert league. So that's something you definitely got to watch out for. That you got someone on the prowl when the shot's not falling. Clearly, he's gonna make a point to do other things to impact the game. And he's such a dynamic player. That's something they really, really got to keep on their radar as they try to tie it up here and go.
Yeah, most certainly.
How did
Ball
that
was
just happen?
Ball was right there on the goal line too. Squashy gets something popped up. Sir Chaka's going to put one on. Not enough pop on it. Zyros is going to go for the clear. Gets it around one. Squashy way back for the ball. Going to turn it on in the corner. Try to play it off the wall. It gets bounced up. Sir Chaka with the demo on Mayhem though. Chasing the ball down. Gets it around Mayhem. Sir Chaka's up. Where's the defender? Zyros finally able to get it back. Squashy, unfortunate bounce there off the roof, but Sir Chaka comes right back in. Sir Chaka trying to get this ball. That's going to bounce down. Mayhem in position, out of position. That ball's going to go centered. 5 seconds left. Is this going to get taken down the other way? On the goal line, Penguins have a chance here to take a lead in the series, and they will. Ball finally hits the ground. Penguins take a 2-1 series lead, but we have plenty of games to play left. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it really looks like the team that does the right defensive job gets the win, because there was some absolutely bonkers defense at times. Stuff that didn't even make sense. I'd love to ask Mayhem if he intentionally hit Rose into that ball to save it towards the end there. That was flabbergasting play if done on purpose. And 6 and 1 saves, 7 for the team on Penguins. Same thing that we saw last time with 9 saves for Griffins and the 2-1 win. So I expect this to continue to be a bit of a defensive masterclass for Expert League. And it may be a situation where, whoever cracks first on that end is the one that goes home unhappy.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, 7 saves, 6 saves for Zyros. They heard us talking about all those saves, and it was just definitely went their way that time. They're going to have to keep playing that high level because the shots that we're seeing come out of the Griffins camp certainly just as spectacular as they have been the entire time. Looks like we're going to get Sir Chaka and Zyros on the kickoff. This one's going to go towards the middle. Sir Chaka gets it around both of the Penguins. Squashy is back. Going to put that one towards the net right over Zyros, but not on target. That one's going to bounce around. Sir Chaka can't get the second touch on it. Sir Chaka has it up. Trying to make a little flip on it. Mayhem gets it out of the way, but Squashy is there, gonna try to force it in, not able to get it. Maybe a little bit of bully ball, but I don't think that was the right move. They killed all their momentum and left it go, and Mayhem's gonna get a pinch off the corner.
Yeah, that's a tough play there, because I think that there's a little bit of an overplay here from Sir Chaka as well. I think both members of the Griffins, the decision making there wasn't perfect. I think Sir Chaka's got to realize Squash is slow back, got to play for time. Mayhem's in the corner, that's a hard shot. There's been some luck involved. You got to cover your angles, you got to cover your goal, you got to watch for shot and give him some time to get back. But like you said as well, I don't think it was necessarily the best idea to go in there playing bully ball, playing the turn. Oh, and Sir Chaka a little bit of a self-save there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That I don't know that it would have gone in, but we'll never know because Sir Chaka certainly got there. Now it's a drag race down the field. Sir Chaka gets bumped, but Squashy is there. A little bit of a touch, not going to get that one around Mayhem. Sir Chaka out of position, but Mayhem does not have that shot on target. This one's going to go into the corner. Gets almost around Mayhem. Good touch there. Squashy's going to be up. Sir Chaka is down under it. That one going around everybody. Zyros is going to send this one down the other way towards the mid. Sir Chaka demos Zyros. Mayhem with a shot. Saved by Squashy. Squashy trying to carry this one down. Gets bumped by Mayhem, but doesn't allow Sir Chaka to push the ball around. It's going to go in front of the net. Mayhem tries to make a save. It's going to get bounced back out. Zyros puts it on. It's going to bounce off the wall and up. And that was a little bit of a bizarre bounce there. I thought it was going to go out and not up, but it certainly caught something on the wall to go upwards.
Yeah, this can be a little weird, and I'll be perfectly honest, I don't do these matches with the greatest people on the wall, so I see a lot of stuff like that around the world. But that is why, unfortunately, those are the kind of reads that I provide on the match.
That's A-OK. Squashy. Squashy just takes that one.
You're right.
That's right. Yeah, Squashy just takes that one, gets the open opportunity, and pushes it down to punish it and brings it back even there. 2:39 left. Certainly not the highest scoring game, as they have certainly scored more in previous ones. But Zyros is there, going to try to flip that one on net. Squashy sends it the other way, and Squashy sacrificing the car there to let that one go. Going to get a little flip on this one. Tried to get it around Mayhem, but couldn't. I thought maybe they were going for a second touch there that just did not go their way. Mayhem's going to try to carry this one down. Not going to matter. Sir Chaka's there. Mayhem goes up to touch it up off the ceiling. Not the move that they were looking for. Going to stay in the Penguin side. Squashy approaching Zyros. Hits the bump. Mayhem bringing it down the sideline. Sir Chaka going to charge in there. Zyros is going to put that ball towards the net. Sir Chaka with a good flick off the wall to flip off of there and get that one back down around. It's in the corner. Sir Chaka gets it around. Squashy's there with the shot and the goal. They go up by a goal. 1:47 left, and what a shot.
Yeah, that's a persistence from the Griffins. Especially Squashy. I mean, I can't say enough how good. I mean, I got to imagine the mental from Squashy is top notch because, he plays every second of every game like he's down one and he's got to score. And he's making some incredible plays. He's making simple, smart plays when he's got to. He's making, beautiful, long-range bombs, carrying the whole way when he's gotta, and he is absolutely the difference maker for the Griffins right now. Oh, and what a well-deserved hat trick. Again, unbelievable that demo there.
Yeah, pushed it off the wall. I saw that one coming. Bounces the ball around. The defender just up in the air and gets demoed, and the Griffins there taking a 2-goal lead off of Squashy, just bodying the entire Penguins. If you are a fan of Penguins, either in the game or real life, avert your eyes because that was some ultra violence on our poor feathered friends, as this one gets carried down and out. They're trying to get the clear, but once again, Squashy is there. That one, maybe a small deflection off the ceiling, doesn't matter. Sir Chaka's going to send it the other way. Mayhem centers that up. Zyro's in the air, can't get the touch. Squashy's going to send it the other way while Mayhem resets and retools. Grabs some boost. Squashy with the demo. Zyros pops that one up in center, but Sir Chaka is there to touch it and push it on net. And I gotta say, the Griffins are definitely doing everything that they need to do, and they're allowing the Penguins to kill time. And that's really what I'm noticing, is it doesn't matter what they do, if they just keep it in that end, they're not really even shooting at this point. They're just trying to kill that clock.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that if that fake was on purpose from Squashy, it's Squashy. That was beautiful. I'm assuming Squashy just didn't quite get the final touch there, but if meant to throw Rose off, that was gorgeous. And yeah, the Griffins have just, turtling is probably the negative term for it, but they really aren't like that. I mean, all goals aside, just now, they really aren't going for stuff. They're just keeping it up there, throwing it on net, making them work, making them waste time, making them get caught up in their corners, and do a lot of nothing with a lot of the time as it drifts away. If Griffins can bring that consistently, because we're now in a best of 3 here, next to 2 wins, as we tie it up, that's going to be the key to victory for Griffins. If they can bring what they brought there, I don't need to be in a VC to know that frustrated the Penguins.
Absolutely, and we're sitting here wondering where that Game 1 Penguins team went, because the Griffins have certainly turned it up and turned it on, and the last game was far closer than I think the Penguins would have liked, and the Griffins are going to take this one to cut it 2-2, like you said. Best of 3 is certainly the way to describe it. I mean, you have essentially a whole new mini-series here, and the shot totals are close. I mean, 6 shots for each team, 4 shots for Mayhem, 1 goal, and that was it. Like, insane.
Yeah, and it was that goal was a solo play for Mayhem. It came really, really early. Whereas we see Sir Chaka with the playmaker and Squashy on a psychotic 80% shooting, which is like, he's gonna regress to the mean. I wouldn't expect to see that kind of thing. If we see it in this game, I wouldn't expect to see it the next. I don't necessarily expect to see it in this game, but when you're the Penguins, when you got a player like Mayhem on your team, like, that's not really the numbers you want to see. So I expect them to retaliate. But if Griffins can keep playing this way, I think frustrating is the best way to describe what they would do. Oh, to the Penguins. That was a beautiful flick there from Sir Chaka.
Yeah, Sir Chaka saw the moves that Squashy was busting out, and I feel like that's got to be part of the comfort level, right? You don't necessarily start popping those things off unless you feel like you can do some damage with it, and Sir Chaka just almost had one there, and really Squashy almost had the follow-up, but it's a little high and the ball got deflected by one of the Penguins, and Sir Chaka going down for another shot here. What a flip. That could go in and does, and Sir Chaka is going to take that one. Oh my goodness. Just the extra little flip there on the end, and Mayhem overdrives, can't get to it, gets a little touch, and that one's going to go in, and the Griffins take that first goal. Holy cow.
Yeah, I mean, this series is starting to come down to the wire, and Sir Chaka has, he's been a little quiet first couple games. I don't think, I bet he would even admit that as Squashy goes and gets himself on the board to make a really early statement for the Griffins. But Chaka with goal, assist, save, 2 shots in the first minute, that's not the Sir Chaka we've seen in the first 4 games. So that Sir Chaka plus the Squashy we've been seeing, I'm shaking my boots about that.
Yeah, you gotta wonder if they're a little bit tilted. That one's gonna go right in too, and this one's getting out of hand very, very, very quick. 3 goals. This one a kickoff. 4, not even a minute in. Still 4 minutes left. I asked what happened to the Penguins from game 1, and I think that the Griffins may have eaten them, consumed their bones in their body, and now they are just laying the smackdown. Get a ref in here and call the Rock, because they are going to the SmackDown Hotel.
I mean, this is absolutely, Griffins are kind of coming in off the top ropes here for game 5, and, you know, Penguins have one series loss the whole season. They are 9-1. They are in the semifinals. They are as near untouchable as a team in this position can get, as Penguins do get on the board there from Rose. But Griffins are really showing something special, and you know, peaking at the right time. And you know, I don't have to remember everyone. Oh, I'm actually just been informed by the booth that the Penguins' only series loss in their 9-1 season came to the Griffins. I did not know that right now. So that is a fantastic little bit of information. So Penguins, you know, they should be hungry for a win here too. You know, this is the only team that kept them from having a perfect season, and it might be the team that sends them to the golf course, proverbially, of course. Because I don't have to remind people, this is how a team that wins here clinches the finals. One series win away after this.
Yeah, really, really close there. And I gotta say that Zyro's goal, going back to that, was actually set up. Mayhem had a chance to get the touch on it, the double touch, and did not go in. So, like we were saying earlier, maybe a little bit of mental game for Mayhem. Sir Chaka's going to put that one on net. That one almost gets deflected in by Zyros. Thankfully, the post is there as an additional defender and pushes this the other way. And chat is saying the series is 1-1 this season with Penguins Griffins. So they beat them once, they lost to them once, and this one essentially that third match, that rubber match, to figure out which team is better this season. That one's going to go in front of the net. Sir Chaka able to clean this one out. Squashy pushing that one over. Zyros is there. Mayhem pushing it back the other way. We're seeing a lot of midfield play here, Bill. Nobody has been able to really keep it in the other person's end as we've started here.
Oh. Mayhem goes and makes it an even tighter game there, but you're absolutely right. It's been a no possession situation for quite a while here. You know, it kind of shows the pressure both teams are feeling, some of the desperation coming out of both sides. Oh my goodness, I thought they were about to get that would, that pressure for the Penguins there. But yeah, I haven't really seen a huge amount of numbers being put up. You know, I think there's only been a handful of shots in the last minute or so. But they've just about all been goals. Save there from Squad. We'll go and see who played in the matches against
Yeah, and you're right about the lot. Nobody really keeping possession here. Reminds me of the later rounds of a fight, right? The fighters just throwing haymakers as much as they can, trying to get it done, trying to end it. Nobody wants to stay in there for the entirety of the rest of the round. Sir Chaka with a good deflection. That one's gonna float in, and Sir Chaka is gonna punch that one in for a 2-goal lead. 47 seconds left. Griffins really just turning it on here late.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a Chaka Hattie. And so to expand on the note that the chat made that it's 1-1 on the series, for the Griffins, this exact lineup that we're seeing for both teams played in week 1, and the Griffins lost to the Penguins. And the Penguins played a different lineup, but the Griffins played the same lineup and won. So this would be a bit of a statement here if Griffins can get that W, that week 1 situation was aberrant, and that this particular lineup can deal with the absolute top players that Penguins can bring. You know, and I cannot say enough good about the match that Sir Chaka had here. Like I said, Nope. Beautiful demo. Keeps it 4-2. Perfect end to a pretty darn perfect game for Surchaka there. Really established themselves in the series here. It's late, but this is the time to do it if you're going to do it.
Yeah, most certainly, and I haven't even seen an inkling of one, but well, we'll wait and see what happens here. Very deep in the lore for this Penguins Griffins matchup. It seems like the Griffins trying to squash some demons to make it to the finals, and yeah, this is getting really deep for something that usually we would go this far for playoff implications, but now that we're in the playoffs, this is the kind of stuff that you see and that you would have seen, years ago with like a Brady versus the Giants matchup where, can they finally get it done? Can they get it done when it matters? You can go 18, can go 17-0, but 18-0 will, haunt them forever, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. Or the year that Baltimore beat the Patriots is one that's particularly close to my heart, as being that that one big L where it counted. um, Game 6. I mean, we've seen responses from the Penguins after some of the Griffins wins, especially early in the match, even if Griffins have pulled it out. But this has got to be a stressful position. Griffins got Penguins back to the wall. They are one win away from the finals berth. I am very excited to see high-level aggressive play out of the Penguins, looking for a lot of offense.
Yeah, they're going to have to get something done here. Griffins on match point. So if they win this one, they'll take it. Penguins are fighting for a game 7 here, and they're really trying to push this one down. Surchaka is being very aggressive, basically taking that ball from one end to the other and right back. This one getting carried by Mayhem, making some moves, but Squashy not having any of it, sends it the other way. Zyros is there, gonna pop it up, gets it over Squashy. Do they have a chance to get it back? They don't, because Squashy able to get back very, very quick. Zyros playing that ball out. Mayhem's gonna pop that one up. Surchaka gets the touch, gets the save, misses that touch. Mayhem is gonna turn on it, push it back. We are already about a minute in and no score so far, which has really been the change from the first game here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think this is the game 6 now is the first game of the series without at least one first finish. So, two teams playing a little bit different, and I think it does look a little bit different. I like some of the pressure that Penguins are putting on. It's not always working out. I'm also seeing really, really, really consistent and smart defensive rotation. Not just good plays, but like being in the right place to be able to make the simple play out of the Griffins. So I think both teams are in a bit of a lockdown mode. It's going to be interesting to see who cracks. Surchaka cracks it. Wow, Surchaka has been impressive in the last 2 games. Down to the wire, having a really, really clutch moment.
Reading that was impressive, absolutely impressive. I did not know where that ball was going to bounce off of, but they certainly did and got it right where they needed to, but it's not going to matter right now. Mayhem and Zyros are just pushing this one the other way, meeting Squashy in the corner, trying to turn on that one, not getting the deflection they're looking for. Squashy's going to come up and play this one off the wall, pushing it down. Mayhem chasing. Zyros gets the save, going to turn around the wall. Surchaka takes that one away from Mayhem, but Mayhem catches right back up to it. Zyros is there, and Zyros is going to put it in just right off the tail of the defender. I didn't catch who that was right off the rip. Squashy was there and just pushed it right to Zyros' nose again. Zyros catches the corner of that one and goes in. 2:45 left, tie game. Penguins fighting to save their series, and we've certainly seen the fight. This match has basically been cranked up to 10, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one team is not ready to go home, and one team is so ready to be in the finals. And you can feel it from both of them. This is high-paced, I feel like it's going to be a bit of a last goal win situation.
Yeah, and we've definitely seen that happen. We've seen a lot of these things come down to the wire. Not in our Origin series, but the Owl series we saw before. And Mayhem's going to get the air drag just to blast that one in. That was from deep, pulling a little bit of a squashy there and dunks it in over squashy. What a good touch. What a good play. Penguins are not done yet, and I may have said cranked it to 10. I meant to say they're cranking it to an 11 here.
Would have been 10, but this game goes to 11. This is a little bit more of the Penguins that I expected to see throughout the series, but especially in some of these mid games. Oh, lucky folks there. This is a bit of an onslaught. Griffins are responding well, but Penguins have such a clear answer. I definitely think that we could get Game 7 out of this for sure. As we get 90 seconds.
Yeah, Rule 1 there broken. I did not see who broke it, but that's not where you want to be. You don't be the one that breaks that Rule 1. Time counting off the clock, and Mayhem's going to punch that one in. And oh my goodness. Mayhem bringing that one down the other way. Squashy up and fighting it again, and it's just been the exact same way. The exact same thing that we saw earlier where they dunk it in right over Squashy, and Mayhem broke the Rule 1 to go down and take that goal. That's a paddling.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, now, quite frankly, I'm in a situation like the Penguins. A lot of handshake agreements go out the window when it comes down to the wire on your season like that. Well, 4-1 now. Looks like the Penguins are looking to put this one a little bit out of reach and force Game 7 here.
Yeah, like I said, they're playing for their life here, fighting for their life, and certainly keeping it going. This one bounces up off the ceiling. Sir Chaka not done yet, not able to get the touch there, but still some time on the clock. Griffins maybe backpedaling a little bit here. The aggressiveness coming from the Penguins is not something that we had seen since earlier. Sir Chaka is going to flip that one on net. Zyros just barely gets to it. Mayhem has to catch that one off the post. That one's going to go center. Looked like Squashy was going to try to go for it and get Zyros out of the way. Does not. 20 seconds left. The Griffins still trying to put more into the net. Not able to get that one, but Squashy's going to answer. 16 seconds left. Oh my goodness. I don't know if it's going to be enough time. We haven't really seen anybody score super fast in these, but woo, goodness.
Yeah, I mean, a couple kickoff goals, so you never know. I'm pretty sure this one's out of reach, but regardless, that's an important point to make. No matter what situation you're in, that like this wasn't your series win. Like what do you tell right now? And it's only gonna get sweatier for you. I don't care. You're gonna lose right now. Game 7, do or die. Griffins have had an answer for Penguins. Penguins have had answers for Griffins. I couldn't tell you either way who's going to win this one. I got no idea.
No, this Game 7, down to the wire, not something we expected, seeing the way that some of the early games went and the middle games went, but here we are. Penguins keep it alive, and 6 shots for the Penguins, 7 shots for the Griffins. A goal apiece for the Griffins, 2 goals apiece for the Penguins. And the saves were pretty even there as well. 4 for the Penguins and 3 for the Griffins, which makes quite a bit of sense, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
But
there's an element of luck there. There was a couple moments like if you're the Griffins, there's there's a late situation. I think when it was 3-2 where they had a shot and it was like unlucky bounce off the post. They had both of the Penguins beat. Moments like that are going to go your way. Sometimes they're going to not go your way. Sometimes that's just the nature of the game. So you got to keep your head up on that, and you got to know you're playing right. You're putting 7 shots on net. You're shooting more than the other team. You're saving just up in line with them. the game kind of could have gone either way. Got to neutralize Mayhem, who is obviously at risk of having the game of his life at any moment. But yeah, I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Right here on the kickoff, Griffins are going to take possession first. Squashy trying to play this one in the air, not able to get the second touch. Mayhem is going to keep that one. Serchaka battling Zyros in the air. That one's deflected towards the net. Squashy's there. That ball kicked from Zyros back to Mayhem, going to go a little bit wide. Serchaka is there, sending it the other way. Mayhem trying to play some shadow defense. It's almost working out in their favor, but they're going to have to get that ball up from in front of the net. That's a bad place to be. That one goes forwards. Mayhem just a little bit too far to the left, not able to get that one on net. Squashy trying to play this one off the wall and pass it forwards. Excellent car control there from Squashy. Oh my goodness, but Mayhem sends it back the other way. Serchaka is there. Serchaka trying to get it around Zyros. Not enough momentum. Good deflection there by Zyros on the defense, and we are already a minute out of this game. This is just absolutely insane, and everybody is moving as fast-paced as they can possibly go.
There's absolutely no chill. No one's stopped driving for a second here. And Penguins have survived some really solid pressure from the Griffins a little bit, but boy, a fantastic job from Mayhem making a statement about why exactly.
Yeah, most certainly. And the Penguins just, it's that aggression that we were talking about before. That one's going to get popped up by Serchaka. Squashy is there, misses the ball, but Mayhem able to get that one out of the way. Serchaka's going to have it again, playing a little bit of balance there, back and forth, ponging off of Zyros. That one's going to stay in the corner. Mayhem with a misflip. Serchaka bringing it down. Zyros is there. That one's going to go center, but Mayhem gets it just around Serchaka. Or Squashy, one of the two. I did not see exactly who it was. Zyros puts an excellent shot on net. Squashy with the back pass was not what they were looking for. Serchaka with some excellent defense. Squashy's going to get that one cleared out, but that was another chance. That was another opportunity that almost went the wrong way, and man, these Griffins are keeping it in and keeping it going.
That's a tough one off the wall there. Watch. Take that one back. Mayhem will lead. That's going to be a tough position to come back from for Griffins. I'm sure they can do it. They've been close, but Penguins looking really strong right now.
Yeah, this is the Penguins team that we saw kind of come out in game one, and definitely in the last game. Squashy missing that touch, missing a second touch. Mayhem's got the carry. Serchaka gonna battle that one in the air. Serchaka has that ball, trying to get it around Zyros and can't, but that ball's gonna fall right down to Squashy, who's gonna try to keep it in the Penguins side, not able to get it in there. That one, good shot from Zyros, bounces. That one's gonna go the other way, gets centered. Squashy is here, almost open net, not quite, does not get it past. Zyros is there. Zyros is going to push this one down, almost an open net. Does have the open net because Mayhem's going to get the bump, and they go up 3-0, 1:55 left, and Penguins do not want to let the Griffins get back into this one.
Absolutely not. If the Griffins want to come back, Penguins love to play fast, and it shows here. As the chaos increases, their scoring increases. So Griffins got to try to get control, got to slow things down, got to try to play their game and drive play in their way. And they're not out, but it would be very different than we've seen in any of the other matches so far in the series. The Griffins make this back. They're really going to have to do that.
Yeah, sand in the hourglass certainly ticking away on their season as The Penguins continue to hold that lead, and they are not putting balls in the net. That one, a missed pass by Sir Chaka, goes right back to a Penguin defender. And Zyros almost with another goal. Squashy able to clear that one out. Squashy's going to turn on that one, trying to get that one in, and both of the Penguins are back to make a save. Mayhem with a demo on Squashy. 1 minute left. Ball getting carried down into the Griffins end. Sir Chaka is going to put a ball towards the other net. That's going to fall down. Not able to get it on. Mayhem's going to put that one in the other way, and a quick opportunity for them to score goes incredibly wrong. Griffins are going to go down 4-0, and that was just rough.
Yeah, I mean, I get the desperation that the Griffins are playing with, so it's really hard to fault them on a lot of the stuff that we might see in the next couple seconds. Because as we all know, I mean, it's finals week, so they probably have to go on to shorter off seasons, I guess. But it's still not that anyone really wants to be in. You gotta play high, you gotta play hard, you gotta put the men on the ball sometimes, and that's gonna cause some problems defensively. But it's the same thing with pulling the extra man on. You gotta try, but 5-0, 17 seconds left. Penguins have made their statement and punching their card. Expert against either Dragons or the Falcons.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, I tell you what, if you're playing against these Penguins in the finals, how scared are you? Because that is they've certainly been able to just turn it on at will, defensively, offensively. Nothing has mattered.
No, I mean it is absolutely a scary prospect. I mean, now that was game 7. It wasn't game 4. It wasn't game 5. So we know there's a way that you can beat the Penguins. We saw what a game where you frustrate the Penguins, where you can beat the Penguins, what that looks like. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, 9-1 as a record speaks for itself. I mean, you got to play a lot of different lineups in a 9-1 season, and that's a lot of different groups of people that know how to win in different ways, in different situations. They know how to come back from behind. They know how to take a strong lead. They know how to get a sweep. They know how to get a reverse sweep. And it showed tonight when it absolutely mattered, when their back was against the wall. It was like they were playing, uphill.
Yeah, and you could definitely see that a few times too. I mean, I don't know, maybe they just got too comfortable after that game 5, because I mean, they took that first one, and then Penguins just come back to knock it out on the last two. It just man, that was frustrating, but oh my goodness.
Do we get
Waiting to see if we're going to get interviews here. We do have a little bit of time.
I'd love to talk to one of them because, you go down 3-2 in a series, there's a lot of teams in a lot of tiers that are about to have the worst game of their season. And they played 10 straight minutes of damn near flawless Rocket League and showed why they're the best team with the best player in Expert League. Definitely, if I'm the Dragons or the Owls, I'm scared. Oh, and it looks like we've got both Mayhem and Rose here. How you both doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome.
Oh, I'm doing good. That was a really phenomenal win, and I was just talking about hoping that you all would hop in because I'm really curious. You all go down 3-2 in the series, and were able to bounce back and play two of probably your best games of the night to get the win in Game 7. What was the conversation like in the VC when you're coming out of Game 5 going into that back against your wall Game 6 that made the difference for you?
So yesterday we ended up doing a replay review with somebody, and they gave us a lot of good pointers and tips of stuff we needed to implement. And then
Shout out
after
Light.
yeah, shout out Light. We went down 3-2, and we kind of just like went over what Light had told us, like all the stuff we needed to work on, what we need to do to stop Squashy and Chaka.
That's smart. So I really like that when a team takes it to a point where they're specifically like considering the players that they have. Rose, I know Mayhem. You led the tier in goals, but you had some really high scoring, impressive performances. Was there something about the situation that that led you to score so much? Was like something about the moment, or what was the difference for you that got, I think, 4 goals in the first game and a hat trick later on too?
Honestly, I'm just not too sure. We were just trying to play to the best and never slow down, because we know the minute we slow down at all, these two easily will just bull rush us, and we'll lose 10-0. So it was just keep the foot on the gas, keep rolling, just keep trying to score.
You got any questions for him, Conway?
Yeah, I mean, you guys came out swinging first game, and you saw them get kind of wild and crazy. I know that you guys said that you discussed it. Was there ever any talk of maybe taking your time out? Because I mean, I feel like that could have helped at some point. I mean, obviously you don't need it, but I mean, did you talk about possibly taking that time out to go over that stuff?
It was never brought up.
Yeah, timeouts aren't our thing.
Nice. I like
We're
that.
just like going with the flow.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's the only question that I had. Congratulations for pulling that one out. You definitely gave us one of the most exciting series of the night, if not the most exciting series. And we appreciate all the time and effort you guys put in here. So congratulations and good luck in the finals against either the Owls or the Dragons.
Thank you.
Thank you.